Welcome to the Strimstream, everyone. My name is Strimtom, and today we're gonna be playing some Dungeons and Dragons online today, which is something I don't do that often, unfortunately. Now that might sound crazy. You might say, Strimtom, the last few times I've watched your stream, it's been almost a different character every time. You reincarnate so fast, and you're gonna tell me you don't play the game that often? No, I don't. I'm efficient. I'm an efficient man. You know, you gotta spend your time right. You gotta make sure that when you're playing the game, you give it your all. You're spending your time in the best way possible. You're not doing the bad quests, you're doing just the good quests, the quests you can do quickly, you get in good groups, you know? But unfortunately I haven't really played. My Warlock is my slowest leveling character I've played so far, because I haven't been able to play the game. This past week I've been working all the time. I just got off a 12-hour shift, and I'm totally exhausted. I worked a 12-hour shift yesterday, I worked a 16-hour shift on Saturday, and another 12-hour on Friday, and I'm very, very tired. So today is going to be a little bit different than normal. I'm going to be a little bit more lax. We're not going to have quite the same level of energy. So if you're watching the stream, and you're like, man, where's this guy? He's usually like flying off the handle. I know I say that every single week, but I swear it's true this time. I'm actually going to follow through with that. So, that is going to be happening today. So where are we? What are we doing? Welcome back. I'm playing a dwarf. I'm playing a dwarf warlock. And you're like, but dwarf and warlock, what's the point? The point is, it's going to be a melee. I'm going to have this cool-ass axe. Going to hit guys for lots of damage. Deal a bunch of damage points. Deals radiance. Radiance lower. The radiance gives me more damage with my spells. But the real point where the damage comes from is this point right here. Spiritual Retribution. Mixes that your melee attacks gain 3d6 light damage that scales with spell power. Now, unfortunately, it does not scale with spell crit, but scaling with spell power is okay. Because I have so much spell power, I'm at about 160. That means normally this would do about 3 to 18 damage, but right now it's doing about 7.5 damage to, like, I don't know, almost 40. So your average, you're looking at about 25 damage extra per hit, which is pretty nice on an auto attack considering how fast I can auto attack. I took single weapon fighting and improved single weapon fighting so I attack even faster, and I can get haste. So with a haste, I'm swinging my weapon pretty damn fast, and every single time I hit any targets, you better believe I'm adding light damage onto that attack. Plus, the weapon hits pretty decently hard on its own. You know, it's plus 3, which is like whatever. But, you know, single weapon fighting, it adds to it. And I'm going to be taking the Dwarven melee enhancements. And other than that, I just kind of turn on my Eldritch Aura to get some free self-healing. Aura of Courage, because I'm immune to fear, basically like Paladin, because why not? And then we just kind of play the game. So, as the character, I'd go into detail about it, but really it's just a Warlock. It's just a character. I just hit monsters. I do have it quickly on a swap, so I can swap to just my Eldritch Blasting, so I can shoot at my acid damage. But of course I leave it on the aura because it refills the health of myself and my allies. Also makes me a little bit tankier, which I kind of like the fact. I mean, being a warlock, so a medium armor class, and having almost 40 physical resistance rating at level 11 is pretty nice. I will take that. So, just like every other time at the beginning of every single stream I do, I'm going to start with my gold roll, my VIP weekly gold roll. I get one of these every single week, and if you'd like to get yourself one of these every week so you can win something cool, something like 4,000 experience points and a Greater Sibri Spirit Cake. That's right, a Greater Sibri Spirit Cake that allows you to truly resurrect a friend or yourself. Isn't that cool? You can eat this yourself. You can be like, damn, I'm dead, son, but then you resurrect yourself back from the dead with the Greater Sibri Spirit Cake and you're back alive, 100% health. Nothing's going to stop you. Nothing's going to put you down. Or if a friend dies and you got to pick him up, you know, got your cleric, he's on the ground, dead, wishes he was alive so he could give you some health. Oh, yeah. See, it's the problem. I roll my silver roll, only get 100 experience. It's all about that gold roll, man. If you want to get yourself a gold roll, go ahead and subscribe to the Turbine and put the credit card in the computer machine and get the money and pay them, and then everybody will win. Cool. Anyway, welcome Mandrill Strims. I hope Mandrill Sims. Warlock, Wizard, Warlock, Rogue build. Oh, the undead one? Woo. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear you're having a lot of fun. It's important to play characters that you find fun. I don't always do that. I usually play characters that I think are bad, so what are you going to do? Additionally, today, as I said, if you want to join me, I'm doing the level 11 quests, because that's the level that I'm at, you know? We're going to be running some Shadow Crypt, Shadow Crypt Farm, Elite. So, I'm going to put that up there. Anyone that wants to join me on the Shadow Crypt Farm can. Shadow Crypt's a fantastic quest to farm because it gives like 50 bazillion experience points, and it's crazy easy. If you don't know how to do Shadow Crypt, there's a lot of cool guides that will show you how to do it. It's immensely difficult if you try to do it without a guide, so I don't even recommend it. I mean, there is the kind of situation where it's kind of the magic of figuring out quests, but... Well, see, the problem Virtual Game is if you splash Favorite Soul, splashing Favorite Soul would give you stuff like more light spell power and other things, but really all I want is this Ultimate Enlightenment to give me more melee power, and then I want some Soul Eater points so I can get more melee-based melee damage and melee power. Ideally, this is going to be a melee build, focusing on high single-target melee damage. The problem is, at this point in the game, it's difficult to get high single-target melee damage because it's not very good. So, that's what we're going to be doing here. It's going pure Warlock. I could splash in some awesome Favorite Soul lives, or levels, but I'm not going to do that probably. Although, if I'm going to do a Favorite Soul, I will likely be doing like a Sun Elf Favorite Soul, because that just seems really cool. And I have one of them Hearts of Wood in my place. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how to do the Shadow Crypt. Shadow Crypt. Really, really easy. The first thing you're going to want to do if you're going to do Shadow Crypt is you're going to go onto your second monitor. This is highly important for doing Shadow Crypt. You go onto your second monitor, okay, and you look up Shadow Crypt on DDO Wiki. So that's step number one if you want to do Shadow Crypt. I know that you might be like, wow, I can figure out the quest myself, and you know, I like the experience of going through the game the first time, which is mostly true, and I think it is cool to do a lot of the game, especially not by yourself, but with new players, because it's that kind of magic. When I play the game, if you're a new player and you play with me, I don't let go of the W key. So getting the feeling of like going through the dungeons and exploring and like sneaking about and seeing an enemy and like kind of slowly taking them out. If you treat this game as like a single player game and you try to like play like maybe like a stealth class like a rogue and you set up stuff and you set up traps, things like that, you're gonna be one, spending billions of hours playing this game, and two, it's like nearly an endless amount of content. Of course, stuff like the harbor, it's not quite as exciting as when you get to the later levels and you can have some more interesting and more expansive quests. But it is a situation where that does happen. A character like me, I'm just going to be running around. So, but that when you're playing with a new player, try to go slow and get the magic of the quests. Explore the areas, go to the secondary rooms, do the optionals. You know, it'll have more fun with the game. However, some quests just aren't worth it. And Shadow Crypt is one of those quests. I'm sure there is a pattern, and I'm sure there is a way to actually learn how to do it. But what you're probably going to end up doing is spending 4 or 5 hours being frustrated because you can't figure out how to get to the end or how to find all the gears. And then you're going to look up a guide and be like, damn, I could have done this the whole time? Damn. So, I highly recommend, especially for Shadow Crypt, that you just look it up because you're going to save yourself a whole heapin' helping of headaches. Give me this quest, baby. Yeah, the Herald. So yeah, this character is not going to be any kind of multi-class, just going to be a pure Warlock. The biggest reason I'm doing pure Warlock is because this character is going to stay epic for a long time. I'm picking up a bunch of epic lives in this character. I'm going to get 3 times energy criticals because energy criticals is bananas. Not only picking up 3 times energy criticals, I'm also going to be picking up what do you call them? The finishing off my Colors of the Queen. Colors of the Queen is fantastic. Ooh, I'll accept that. Welcome. We're about to start the Shadow Crypt. Oh, I'm typing in chat. So, is that Faden? I thought I bought a level 11 guy. I think I bought oh, I did buy a level 11 cleric, but I don't know where it is. Anyways, I was going somewhere. Because I want to do epic lives, and if I multi-class as a warlock, I can't continue with the same build. One of my epic lives I'm also going to do completely as a soul leader. I want to see how good or bad soul leader is. I've never seen anyone play it. I mean, I've seen some people use like consume and stricken, but I'm just wondering. Necrotic wave or eldritch wave seems pretty good. The spell-like ability for Finger of Death seems garbage, but like dumpster tier. Like look at this, 40 mana for a Finger of Death. That's terrible. It already costs 40 mana. In fact, it probably costs less than 40 mana. Why would I use this? But Devour the Soul costs no mana as a 15-second cooldown, which seems crazy. And then Feed on Magic's whatever, but Supreme Hunger, consume and stricken damage over time is increased by such a crazy amount. I'm kind of hyped. I'd love to try this out. FOD is not garbage? What? God, I can't acronym right now. FOD? Which one is FOD? Oh, no, the Finger of Death spell-like ability. I'm not saying Finger of Death is bad, but the Finger of Death spell-like ability, like, I guess, but it's already a maximum level spell, right? Like, Finger of Death is a 5th level spell, so it only goes up 1 level. Maybe it's actually good. I haven't played it. That's why I want to get a chance to actually play around with it. I'll probably put all the points in here to see how good or bad it actually could be. I'm just waiting for my ally to show up before I like get going. Put on another song here. Sure. Oh, no, that song's too quiet. Alternatively, I could put on the music in game, but I don't know if the music's actually going to be good in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's all like crypty. It's all like eerie. Ooh. I know that Cone is really strong because it gives you the best AoE. I know that Immortal Will is fantastic because of those Necromancy DCs. I've never tried Steel Life Force, but it seems really good. Hitting a guy and healing for 12 d6 is crazy. So it seems like it's pretty cool. And just Eldritch Wave, the whole concept seems sick. If Soul Eater with Finger of Death is really, really good, then I'd love to see it. I just don't know how it would be better than like a regular Finger of Death. I mean, I guess it costs a little bit less. Although, I'm thinking about it the wrong way. I just realized I'm playing Warlock. My spells I don't use my mana for anything, so I guess if I did have a Finger of Death, that would be pretty good. Cool. Cool. So, much better than a regular Finger of Death, but it adds more killing options. That's true. It does give you a second cooldown. I didn't think about that. It is a second cooldown, so you can kind of like empty out large groups. I can imagine that could be very good in things like legendary, in a lot of legendary quests. Yeah. Kill damn monsters. Cool. So now we go east. Always. They traveled east. Always. Into the east. And this is red. So I'm going to pull up the red solution manual. Cool. Cool. So now we go east. Oh, he's just doing that. I'm going to type this in chat. East, 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 south, south, north, west, north, DD, south, east, south, south, west. Cool. And I typed that in chat so I know where I'm going. So now we're going to go east from here. But yeah, Wail of the Banshee would be absolutely crazy with Finger of Death and the Capstone. Well, 2 Finger of Deaths, right? After this, we're going to go east, but I got to get the gear first. So we got to find the gear. So we look around. There's no gear here. There's no gear here. So I don't want to go this way. I want to go over here. Looking for the gear. Oh, is it in this corner? I can't tell. This is the problem with these ones. It's too confusing. Nope, no gear in this corner. Haha, the gear. Hey, get off of me. Skeleton. It's like a ghost skeleton, sort of. That's what I always think of the specters as. Like ghost skeletons. go east. Cool. This is supposed to be a pyramid. Ooh. That's how one way I can tell if I'm actually going the right way or not, is if I'm looking at this guide, and because it's like a map vision, if you look at the map and you went to the wrong area, you know that you, like, which direction you knew that was wrong, and you can find it again. I'm just blocking here because I can't see the stupid phase spiders, so might as well just, like, you know, save myself some poisons. More east. Always into the east. Oh man. But yeah, so maybe that is good. Stay. So now I gotta find the treasure. How do you find the treasure? You just press backspace, it tells you exactly where it is. You go get the treasure. And you gotta find your way around here. Cool. So now we find our way back, get the gear, and now we go back to the east. Again, this is one of those quests where, like, I don't entirely know how you're supposed to figure it out without looking at some kind of horrible guide, but I'd much rather look at a guide than actually try to figure it myself, because I'm, you know, I don't have that much confidence in my own mental capacity. Especially on a day like today. I'm pretty tired and I haven't chugged nearly enough coffee. Enlightened Spirit? I imagine it would be better just go with Tainted Scholar instead of Enlightened Spirit. Mid-tier provides single target damage. It's true, Enlightened Spirit really doesn't have one. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Absolutely. No, that's totally fine. That's not being picky. I am not paying attention, and this is a very, I'm not used to this microphone. So if it is, like, too loud or too much breathing, please let me know. My microphone broke last week, which was problematic, so I couldn't use it. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this. Anyway, my microphone broke last week, so I couldn't actually use it for last week's. And it's still broken because I don't have any money to fix it. So, just kind of dealing with that. So, that's essentially how it's going. So if there is problems with, like, the volume and the speaking over top of the wonderful crypt-like music. Where are we going? We're going south? Okay. Oh, use the waterfalls above the torches? Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. Follow. How do you use the waterfalls above the torches? I've always just hit them randomly because I can't figure it out because my brain is too small. And I have, like, the mental capacity to just, like, conjure up these answers. Okay. Nope. Nope. He's going the wrong way. Nope. 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 Turn around. There you go. Follow me. I like to do at least one full 12 run, so the waterfalls are either on or off. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I understand. So this one is this is another waterfall stage, so it should be able to tell me if this is correct. Or did I go the wrong area? I went south. That's not good. Oh no, I went the right way. No, I'm supposed to be at columns. Let's go north from here. Okay, cool. Cool, I am doing this right. Yeah. 2 waterfalls equal on equals 1, 0 equals off. Okay. Use the 1s and the 0s to convert from binary to numeric order. Oh god. You're giving me, like, instructions. Binary and numeric order. Oh no. That is too much. Alright, from here we want to go west. 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 Oh god. I need to go west. Need to go Adam west. Get my west bat spray. No, come back. Come back. Come back. Follow me. Oh my god, can I do this? I don't know how to help this guy. Get through. Follow the acid sprays. Oh my god! No! Follow me, please. Follow the dwarf with the acid sprays. Oh, I'm going the wrong way anyway. Okay, whatever, that's fine. No, follow the dwarf with the acid spray. Frozen. Baking a frozen pizza? Yo man, baking a frozen pizza is so much better than nothing. Have you had Delicio? Because you know what, honestly, I can't tell that it's not delivery. Wait, how do I get through here? What the hell? How do I get through here? I'm seriously confused. Oh, you go this way. Oh, okay. I'm telling you, man. Gotta get some delicious Delicio. Oh, God. I'm still going the wrong way. No. My spells are wearing off. Stupid maze. Is it this way? No. What the heck? What? What? How do I get through here? Ah! I claim to be good at the video game, but I can't figure out how to get through this puzzle. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm supposed to go west. Oh, I want to go at this door here. Oh, this is where I want to go anyway. It's just 011011. I don't understand. Okay, I will try that. I will try this 01 and year 10. Bring fate into me so the spiders will clump up. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, Delicio, it's delicious pizza. Gotta have me some Delicio. You know, I'm a big fan of the cheeseburger pizza. Ooh, Delicio cheeseburger pizza is actually pretty tasty. It's like pretty good. It's got like the onions and like 2 different kinds of cheeses, and oh, it's pretty good. I'm an onion guy though, so I like me some onions on my pizza. Okay, I'm supposed to go north here. And is there, where's the, who's missing? Did you go north? North. I don't know where the chest is. I think the chest is back in the corner. But I can't get through here. Man, I'm so confused. Unless I'm supposed to dim door here. Oh, can I go through here? No. What? Okay. Can I go through here? No. Can I go over this way? No. Okay, so there has to be no way to get through here, because you can't go through those ways. Huh, okay. So I think we take the dim door. Oh god, alright. Huh? Oh. Dim door? Oh, okay. Alright, we're back. Alright. Okay. Now we go south. No, this is soloable, man. You gotta just have faith, you know what I'm saying? You gotta like, pretty much, if you want to solo this quest, and like I've said, what you could do is you could spend like 30,000 hours trying to figure this out on your own. Actually, I started to really like Necro 2. I started to appreciate it a lot more since I started playing it. I used to do what you guys did. I ran 1 and 4 all the time, but I never used to run 2 and 3. I still don't run 2 and 3 because, or sorry, number 3, because who runs Necro 3? Like, you might as well just eat your own head. It's just as fun as actually running Necro 3. Like, that's one of the worst quest chains in the entire game. Anyone that says otherwise is like just wrong. Or there's some kind of horrible masochist. Is he lost? Okay, I'll come back. Right here. Follow the dwarf. Yeah, this is what people have the directions for. No, follow me. Follow me. No, no, don't fight the monsters. I'll come kill the monsters. Please follow me. Okay. But yeah, this is what people have in their biography. I'm doing 1 full run, so I'm just going to get everything. So like going to get all the little gears and stuff to get all the extra chests for the extra loot. But then after that, and I get the extra chests, then I'm going to be doing short runs. Cool. And now we have to get to this door here, which is annoying. We have to go all the way around this grate. Nope, nope. He's not following me. Okay, come on. Follow the dwarf lady. Follow the stumpy dwarf lady. Again, this is one of the things I love about the Lord of the Rings Online, is that you can choose, you can play a man or a woman, a male hobbit or a female hobbit, that kind of thing. When it comes to dwarf, nope, it's just dwarf. Because male and female dwarves have beards. Yeah, Tomb of the Tormented. I can't do those quests. Those are just the worst ones in the entire game. Ooh, cool. Like, by far, the worst ones. Most of them aren't that bad. The one with all the ice creatures is actually pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not really enticed by the Scarab turn-ins. Like some of the gear that I really want to get is I still need to collect invader tokens. I'm probably going to do that on this character because I want to get the light mace you can get. Which one is the rat one? Is that the Tomb of the Tormented? Because the rat one is the worst quest in the whole game. Type AFK phone. This is genius. I never thought about that. Of course it works. You just type AFK phone and the quest is done. Oh. Genius, man. Absolute genius. Oh god. AFK phone. That's the ticket. Oh my god. Cool. And now we go west. And then we're at the end. You can, oh, by the way, secret in this one, you can tell you're at the end because you have this drapery. If this symbol is here, it means you're at the end of the quest. This is the last one. BRB, my kid fell.
A long hallway ascends.
I like the classic, like, be right back, baby's on fire. Like, sorry, I can't stay. I gotta go home, baby's on fire. Burn, everybody. Timothy Jordan. Cool, and now I unlock everything. Now, one of the reasons why I like this quest is because, yeah, it's long and confusing, but really, it's not that long. It's only been about 18 minutes, and in that 18 minutes, I've earned almost 40,000 experience. The next few runs are going to be only 8 gear runs, which are very short, so. It cost 5K for it and never went back. That'd be pretty cool. Oh yeah, so I had an interesting occurrence. It turns out there's actually a gold cap in the game. Because I only know this because I hit the gold cap like a couple days ago. I didn't know how to deal with that, so I just had lots of gold, and now I don't know what to do with my money. What do you guys do with money? How do you spend money? Because I don't know how to spend money. Like, I try to spend money on the auction house, but there's nothing I want on the auction house because people don't post the things that I want. The only things I want are stuff that gets posted on the Astral Shard auction house. And as far as I know, you can't convert gold into Astral Shards. Unless there's a way to convert gold into Astral Shards. Other than real money trading. Which I don't endorse, and I don't think anybody should do. Unless they want to get banned. If you want to get banned, that's something you should do, absolutely. But what do you guys do with your gold? Like, when you have tons of gold, like billions of gold, what do you do with it? Oh shit, the flaming sphere though. Yeah, there's like no reason to use your gold. Like, gold is really cool because you can like buy stuff in the auction house when you're a new player, so you can buy like all the items for all the stats that you need. But like, the problem is, if you don't need those stats, they don't do anything. Like, if you don't really need any items, they don't do anything. If the items you want aren't posted, like, man, I would pay like a nearly endless amount of money for a radiant ring of like radiance lore, but nobody has any. Okay, cool. So you pick up the book, 45,000 experience. Sit on it like a dragon. See, what I'd like to do, if possible, is like pour it into a big swimming pool. But and like dive in it like some kind of sick duck, but that doesn't work. Cool. So there's 4 chests in this one. There's all these shadow scarabs. You have to collect all the scarabs, and I'm too lazy to do all that shit. Hasty. Double strike of stunning. Wow, if only I could use that. Big chest downstairs. And you go down to the big chest. Oh, baby, the big chest. Come on, big money. Ooh, feather falling boots tumbling. Oh, yeah. And one of Phantasmal Killer. It's a spell I already have, but I got it in wand form now. Yeah, but one that's not for level 28s. If you understand what I mean. One that's not for level 28s. Yeah, there's no use for gold. Eventually you'll hit cap, and then you can buy stuff that are really expensive, but again, you don't need it. And that's really the problem with gold, is that there's just no use for gold. It's like, it's great, except the fact that you can't use it for anything. So like, I'll see something like 4 dragon scales in the auction house for like 1,000,000 gold, and I'll be like, boom, and I buy them, because what else am I gonna do with the millions of gold that I have? Exactly, like, it's basically, there's no real use for gold, except for the fact that you can just kind of buy whatever you want all the time. Like, you should never really think like, oh man, this costs a lot of gold. You just buy whatever you want all the time. My UI skin? The UI skin is Info Blue. Info Blue. Exactly, also buying level 20 reincarnating. Alright, cool. Alright, so I know I'm going to do this again, but we're doing the 8 gear walkthrough. So, cool. So this one, 8 gears. There's a different way to do this one for 8 gears. Instead, you just go through a shorter path. Yeah, exactly. Level 20 items are really great, by the way, if you're planning on doing a bunch of epic lives like I'm doing. This character, I'm going to have a whole stockpile level 20 gear. The stuff out of the out of Evening Star is pretty good, all the little set items. But the problem is, a lot of set items aren't perfect. Yeah, I tried the Blackbird one. I'm not a big fan. I happen to like, I like Info Blue, and the reason I like Info Blue is just because of the loot, or the weight calculator. So this weight calculator right here is perfect, because a lot of my characters, I kind of go on the lower end for strength, and being able to like just see very quickly like how close I am to load cap before it caps my dexterity and ruins my armor class is important to me. That's why I like it. That's why I like it. Trade gold for XP. I would hate that. No, no gold for XP. This is the green room, so I want a green room. So where are we going? Green room is north. North, 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 north. Gold for XP would just be a terrible idea. No, 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 no. I don't know how they would fix the fact that gold has, like, essentially no value. I don't know what to do about that. I'm not smart enough. Because I've played other games where they kind of make it so there's, like, really expensive mounts, or they have other things that are, like, cost a lot of gold. That's one way to have, like, a gold dump. But I don't know. You can trade real-life gold for XP that's almost as good?
Many to go. An underwater maze with
Okay. Cool. You can trade real-life gold. Sick. Alright, where are we going? After this is south? Alright. Cool, so we're going south side. Gold for items in your airship? That would be cool. I think it would be cool if you could trade absurd amounts of gold for airship stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of item duping in the past. The problem is, it hasn't killed the auction house because nobody posts their stupid duped items on the auction house. Like, there's like a billion. I know out there. There's people sitting on like a billion Thunderforged ingots. But man, if they only put them on the auction house for all that gold they could be making. Oh, Arcane Shroud. Okay. Over here, over here, over here. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, good. He's gonna follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Oops, wrong way. This way. Went the wrong way. I'm bad at this. Statue. Oh, could you imagine if you could buy statues of your characters, like weird cosmetics for your ship? Man, that'd be cool. The problem is, if it was bought at a gold, it should probably be bought like with turbine points or astral shards, which is how they make the monies. Your username is blending into the white background of Twitch Mobile. Finally ran out of dupe TF mats. Man, see, that's the problem. That's why, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of. Where'd he go? Where did he go? I don't know where he go. I don't know where he went.
The Shadow Knight's voice echoes through the chamber. So, you
Dupe mats and sovereign XP pots. Yeah, I don't really care about XP pots. I'm not a big fan. Okay, I have no idea what you guys are talking about with your 010. Oh wait. Whoa. What was that pattern? I get it now. Oh my god. Where is it? It's 011011. So 01 is here. 10 11. Oh, it worked! Oh, it worked! Yeah! That's cool! Oh, we did it! We did it, Reddit! Oh, yeah! Cool. Gold for turbine points? That could be interesting. I mean, I don't need gold or turbine points. Okay, this is not solving my problem. I don't need gold or turbine points. So, I mean, it does solve a problem, it just doesn't solve my problem, I guess. Okay. So 10. Oh god. No, it's 01. Oh, I'm learning this. Oh my god, this is so exciting. I've ran this quest so many times, and every single time I just fumble around and click the wrong ones. Oh, so this is gonna go so much faster. That was torches, so we go north.
Up to 6. I suppose we'll be seeing you
But yeah.
soon.
I don't know. I like. They said he duped those 9th anniversary cards in the card cruncher. That'd be interesting. I don't know. Again, I find it just kind of sucks if you dupe stuff. I don't know. You're kind of like taking away from yourself, right? Because you take away the value from the things that you want. Like, think about it this way. The cool thing about having, like, a Thunderforged weapon is, like, building up to it. When you actually have the Thunderforged weapon, then, like, what's the point? It's, like, the best weapon in the game, so why would you do anything? Like, that's my really only problem with, like, duping and stuff. Like, I have no problem with, like, especially, like, single-player games. You beat the game, and then you beat the game with all the cheats on, you know? It's like when you beat, like, any of the Resident Evil games on the hardest difficulty, and then you get, like, the Infinity Ammo rocket launcher, or the PLR in Resident Evil 4. You know, it's cool because you beat the game on the hardest difficulty and you essentially get a cheat code that's like, okay, here's all the items in the whole game, and you take no damage, and you're the most powerful thing in the existence. And that's kind of cool. I thought that's cool, but it's like a single player game. In a multiplayer game, it's not really the same, right?
A long hallway.
It's like cheating in competitive multiplayer games. I don't entirely get the point of cheating in competitive multiplayer games. Because what's the point of cheating in a competitive game? Like, I get cheating in a competitive game, like if you're like, I don't know, like a sports game or something where you can make millions of dollars. But like cheating in like a regular mid-level game, I never understood that. As far as I know, there's no ways to dupe items, so. Again, even if you could, it's still dumb. Because if you dupe items, then you have all the items, and then there's no reason to play the game. So why would you play the game? I like getting the items, you know? I just like getting the items. Maybe I'm crazy. Also, the music in here is so quiet. I'm just gonna go back to turning it off because I had it like particularly loud. Here we go. Yeah, actually another quest I haven't done is Temple of Elemental Evil. One of the big reasons I haven't done Temple of Elemental Evil, I think it's really, really cool, But the reason I haven't done Temple of Elemental Evil is because it's really, really goddamn hard, man. Like, that game, that quest series is extremely difficult. I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to, like, solo that, or like even do that as a group on level. If you don't have, like, a bunch of warlocks, you're not getting through that quest. Or maybe some barbarians or something. Even then, it's one of those quests where you definitely want, like, a dedicated healer type. You there, obey me, stand there and take no actions. Sorry, brother Nereza. Get destroyed. Screamy bastard. One thing that's important to remember with this quest, now I'm only getting 18,000 for completing it. That might not seem like it's very much, but the thing about 18,000 is that it kind of is a lot. Yeah, I can't save him. He went the wrong way and I have no idea which direction he went. Alright. So we're gonna go outside. Okay. Release. Oh yeah, favorite soul for a dedicated healer would be awesome. I would love to run around and like do some of that, like big favorite soul warlock combo. Oh, except yeah. If this is really boring to watch, I don't know if it's boring to watch, but look at the XP though. Like so much XP I'm getting right now. Here we go. Kill all these guys. Kill everything. I think it's gonna open all the doors now. He wears a stupid hat. The thing about this game though is it's full of stupid hats. You got them pirate hats and them like cone hats. This is a red one, eh? Red. 12 walkthrough? No, 8. Duo 8? Where's single 8? There's no easy copyable single 8? That's so dumb. Oh. East, south. East, south, west, east, east, east. East, 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 west, east, west. Cool. So that way everybody else will know where to go. Is there an iconic that has favorite soul as a base class? There is not an iconic that has a favorite soul as a base class. I mean, technically, you could say that Sun Elf kind of has an iconic with a favorite soul as a base class, simply because if you play as a Sun Elf, you get access to the Amanator religion, which you can't get on any other unless you're playing a Purple Dragon Knight or a Sun Elf. And the Amanator religion is really important because it gives you Sunbolt as a free spell-like ability that costs no mana, which is bananas. That's so ridiculous and overpowered. And I love it. And so when I play my favorite soul life, I'm 100% being either a Sun Elf or a Purple Dragon Knight. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna do one of them though. Purple Dragon Knight seems cool because you get that extra feat though. I gotta have that extra feat though. And you get charisma to hit and damage, so it should be like a cool melee. Ooh. Seems pretty good.
2 down, many to go.
All the iconics are free-to-play classes. So
Pyramids rise and fall to meet each other here.
yeah, Deep Gnome seems like it's pretty good. I think the biggest thing about the Deep Gnome is that free Phantasmal Killer and all the extra DCs you get, it's actually kind of crazy if you have a couple lives of that stuff. Getting almost like +6 to your DC from your race is crazy. Yeah. I've heard some discussion about like people wanting... Oh, am I lagging? I'm lagging right now. I've heard some discussion about people wanting more iconic classes, but the thing is, I don't know if they need to have more iconic classes. I think it'd be cool, but I don't know. There's some merit to the idea that it does kind of suck that if you want to play a Purple Dragon Knight, but you don't want to be a fighter, that you have to buy a thing at the Turbine store, and like that does kind of suck. But at the same time, you don't have to do it. You just won't be a pure 20. And the idea of the Purple Dragon Knight is kind of that they're fighters. So if you're playing a Purple Dragon Knight that's not a fighter, then it doesn't really make sense, and it doesn't follow through with the common story. So it should be like an extra thing that would take some time to acquire, or money if you prefer that way. Like the way I think about it is think about ooh, come here, Arkin. Yeah, exactly. Shader Kai with Rogue, same thing. Like, for example, did you know you can actually be a Bladeforged Barbarian or a Bard? It's not common, and because it's very expensive, but you can do it. So, if you start as a Bladeforged, your first level is Paladin. So, Paladin being your first level means that your automatic alignment is Lawful Good. And Lawful Good is kind of a restricting alignment, because if you're Lawful Good, that means, one, if you are playing as a if you're playing as a Warlock, you can't be Great Old One Pact, and you can't be a Demonic Pact, or Infernal Pact, or whatever it is, because you're good. Good players can't be Demonic, and Lawful players can't be Great Old One, so you're stuck in Fey Pact. Additionally, you can't multi-class with Bard, and you can't multi-class with Barbarian, because both Bard and Barbarian can't be lawful. However, there's that massive loophole. If you take your character, and you lesser reincarnate from a Paladin into another character race, such as, let's just say, a Fighter, and you reincarnate into a Fighter, then you purchase an alignment change out of the DDO store and change your alignment to, say, like, Chaotic Good, and then you purchased another change to suddenly turn yourself from a fighter into a bard or a barbarian. You could have a full Bladeforged bard or a full Bladeforged barbarian for only the cost of about 2,500 turbine points, assuming you already have Bladeforged. Now, is that worth it? I don't know if it's worth it, but I'm really, really tempted to do that for one of my lives. I don't know if it's worth it or good, but I'm really tempted to do it anyway. Yeah, Bladeforged Barbarian is super cool. Where are we going? We're in Maze, we're going to east. East. Yeah, heart. Alignment change, heart. So. So I'm tempted to do a Bladeforged Barbarian or a Bladeforged Bard. I think it would be kind of cool. I kind of want to do a Bladeforged Favored Soul. But the problem is Bladeforged Favored Soul is not better than a Warforged Favored Soul. Like you think it would be, but because you don't get any special bonuses to your religion, it's not actually better. So, yeah, it's hard to justify that one. Oh god. You have to constantly drop rage. That's true, so that would make it hard. I didn't think about the fact that you'd want to be raging all the time. Damn. Okay, that does suck. Wow, that's terrible. Okay, well... what do you do then? I think Bard is the only one that's left. I think Bladeforged Barbarian would be sick, because you don't have that Charisma minus, so you can still be a full caster. Ooh. It's just so many turbine points, man. I don't know if I'd actually do that for one life. If that was my last life, I'd think about it, but not for just one life. It's just like, YOLO, I'm just gonna do it. No way. As an alt, maybe that'd be pretty cool. As an alt character, just have like a pure Bladeforged Bard. Yeah, they really are. You can't put a lot of points in the. You can't put a lot of points in if you want to get both Blood Strength and Eye of the Storm. Makes Warforged Barbarians pretty bad. Which makes me very sad, because Warforged Barbarians are like abysmally terrible. They're like so much worse than just regular barbarians. Or like non-Warforged. Yeah, exactly. You could just use Consecrate instead of having to rely on spells. God, I'm just finishing off my coffee, one sec. Die already. Ah. We have a gnome here. I love the beard on this gnome. This gnome paladin? That's awesome. That shield looks super cool. I love the gnome paladin. I mean, Warforged Artificer is like whatever, but gnome paladin? That's super cool. And this outfit is awesome. It's got the green hat and everything. Cool. Yes, totally swagged out. Well, you see, the thing is, I don't think I do enough like hard drugs to believe that they're good. I think he might actually be using a scepter when I looked at him. I didn't get too good of a look though. No, he's definitely he's using a light hammer. He's a hammer using gnome. The legendary light hammer using gnome. That's pretty sick. Your Warforged Barbs were OP. I remember back in the day when you could rage as a Warforged Barbarian and you wouldn't get fatigued. Oh, jeez, dude, that was awesome. Now I know you guys are having a lot of fun watching me do this quest, which is why I'm just gonna do one more. You know, I'm probably just gonna do one more. You gotta do one more, you know? So we're just gonna do one more. What is this? What am I listening to? Oh, everyone's out. Cool. Let's do it one more time. Yep. Oh, do you remember back when Warforged were completely immune to poison? Now that they currently take damage, which is like super dumb. But back then, when you could just walk into any poison trap, oh, that was so cool. The energy drain, the fatigue immunity. That was awesome, dude. That was so cool. Man, Warforged were so OP back in the day. Like, I'm fine with that, but they were like wicked OP. Alright, what do we got? Green? Okay, green. So we go down to green. So east, so from start, east, north, east, south, south, north, north, east, west. Yeah, dude, that was super cool. And of course they were like, wow, this is too overpowered. Now again, so granted, Warforged were too overpowered. When the Shroud was the big thing, Warforged were way too overpowered. Because Vision of Destruction was super easy thanks to Warforged. So east, so now we go north. Like, Warforged were like super overpowered at Vision of Destruction. Because you see, there's this weird thing, sorcerers, right? Really powerful creatures. Sorcerers had the ability to cast spells at double the speed with half of the cooldown. Just for free, which is crazy. So what would end up happening is your main tank would obviously be some kind of Warforged, and then instead of having a cleric healing your main tank, well, because that would be really dumb, because they'd run out of mana for sure, and they can't keep up with the damage. And instead, you just get a Warforged who has double the mana and can cast spells twice as fast, so you can make sure he never ever dies. That was awesome. Let me tell you something. Yeah, pumped up UMD on your cleric just to the Warforged tanks, because the Warforged tanks, dude, they were everywhere. So they just like and so they nerfed Reconstruction into the ground back in like 2010, and they haven't buffed it since. They've literally left it on the ground, which is disappointing, but I'm sure they'll get to it at some point. Like, the Blade Forge is a step in the right direction, giving your Blade Forge their own like Reconstruction ability, which is cool. I like having a Reconstruction ability, but Sword Scrolls, because solo Tower of Despair is almost impossible without it. Yeah, but dude, who needs scrolls when you get your Visor of the Fleshrender Guards? Check this shit out. Look at this. Visor of the Fleshrender Guards, dude. Oh yeah, back when Dragon Mark was good. I remember back in the day, I had an awesome character. I had what did I have? I had a Paladin. I had Paladin 14, 1 Sorcerer, 1 Cleric, and the Sorcerer and Cleric gave me access to all of the Sorcerer and Cleric wands. So I could always keep myself maxed on like my Shield of Faith and all the other stats that you generally need. So I capped out all my armor class as high as I could get it, and I was able to heal myself extremely well. I took Empower Healing spell, so I was constantly throwing like Cure Criticals on myself in combat. Man, that was sick. That was when you didn't need Holy Sword, so. Have I noticed improvements in lag? Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play this entire week because I've been working too much, because I love my job. And by I love my job, I mean, I will not say anything bad about my job, but I have clocked in about 54 hours in the past 4 days, which is not something I'm super happy about. Like, I'm happy about the paycheck, but I'm not happy about the amount of time I spend at work, because I'm a little complainy man, and I'm going to keep complaining about everything because my life isn't good enough. Alright, where are we going here? 01? I'm learning, boys! Yeah. There's a fleshy melee who did VOD solo farming out like 30 flesh render goggles. Yeah, exactly. North to the pyramid. But yeah, I have noticed the lag is an improvement, like a major improvement. Oh god, what was that sound? This could keep happening to me, dude. I don't know what that sound is, but it happened to me last time. That weird blinking sound. 12 Pally, 6 Monk, 2 Fighter with Dragon Mark to healing pack when. Oh yeah. Well, I remember back when the level cap was low. What I did is when the level cap was 12, I had a Ranger, a Halfling Ranger, and I did Ranger with 1 level of Wizard. I want to go east from here. I did Ranger with 1 level of Wizard, and with that 1 level of Wizard, I took Maximize, and I maximized my Cure Light and my Cure Serious, and I could just full heal groups as this stupid little Hobbit Ranger. Because just with that 1 level of Wizard, it gave me the free feat. It was awesome. I didn't need to take because you had to take Wizard so you could get a Magic feat. So it's cool. You could not craft or recharge wands. That is something that's never been in the game. It can't be Skype, because on Skype I'm like blocking people. I'm set to do not disturb on Skype, so it can't be Skype. Oh man, dude, I remember Fire Arrow. It's not Facebook. Not on Facebook, man. I don't know. I think it's I think it's collective insanity. I think that means that we're kind of like in sync right now, and everyone's collectively going insane. It could be Discord, actually. I don't know. I don't know why Discord would bloop unless I got some kind of message. But nobody's messaged me. Nobody's messaged me. But I get to spend my lovely evening with you guys, so. Can't be TeamSpeak. Dude, I haven't had TeamSpeak on my computer since like, I don't know, 2008. The only chat program I use is the best chat program ever, Ventrilo, man. It's like the only chat program. Oh man, I don't even know what quest to do after this. It's like, what do you do after you run Shadow Crypt 4 times? Are there even other quests in the game? Like, I don't think so. I think it's just Shadow Crypt. That's why I just love this quest, man. This is a good quest. The other big thing is the optionals. Look at all these optionals you get killed down. So it looks like you're getting like 10,000 XP or something, but you're getting way more than that, so. Oh, TeamSpeak's not a bad program. I just haven't used TeamSpeak in a really long time because TeamSpeak got overshadowed by like Mumble and other things. Oh, yeah, let me talk. Dude, I got a cap. I have to cap because I hate level 10. Level 10 is the worst level in the game. Come quickly. What is happening? Ah! You got a cap, bro. Got a cap. If I don't cap, then I'm going to have to do level 10 quests, and I won't be able to level up to do level 11 quests. Let me read to you some of the level 11 quests. Or level 10 quest, sorry. Let's see, you got reclamation, boring, 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 boring. Look at all these boring quests I don't want to do. See, there's your problem. Oh, ow! I don't know what the problem is. Can we kill this or do something? It seems she's hunting for something familiar. Oh, screw the rest of Siles, dude. That's the worst questing area in the game. It's not the worst questing area. I just don't understand. People will like put up a group thing, and I go to the rest of Siles, and I get caught in these little tunnels, and I don't know how to get through these gates that I can't open. So I get stuck. I don't know how to do rest of Siles. I've never figured it out. I'm still confused by it. There's just, you go into the tunnels, and you get caught in little gates, and you talk to the guards, and like, no, I'm not gonna let you through because I don't know who you are, and you can't go anywhere. And it's too hard. You have to like figure it out. It's too hard. Alright. What do I do? What do I do? Somebody help. Somebody help. Somebody help. What do I do? Does this happen to you guys? What do I do? As the quest is complete, you can see the altar. There's no like instructions here on what to do if it doesn't work. Guys, what do I do? I did. I can't. She doesn't talk to me. She doesn't want to talk to me. She just says, Kala's eyes dart around your body. It seems she's something. Kala's spirit stares into the darkness. What is this happening? Kala, please. It is Discord? I haven't said anything. I haven't got any private messages. This is so dumb. Okay, well... What do I do? What do I do? Somebody right click her. Oh god. The right click isn't working. Team, what do we do? I hit right click. Usually that solves all your problems. Alright, oh, I haven't tried. Good idea. Turning it off and turning it on again? Good. Hold on. Let me just unplug my computer real quick. Hold on. Okay, I got this. I got this. Hold on. Let me just unplug my computer real quick. Gotcha. I didn't actually turn it off. Gotcha. I gotcha. I didn't turn it off. I gotcha. I got him. I got him. What did clicking this evil altar do? Oh. Click evil altar. Cool. Now come in the room. Cool, we're all here. Weird. Okay, well. So, that doesn't work. Alright, whatever, let's just recall. Whatever, just gonna do Von 4. It sucks. Oh god, why is this happening? It happened again. Oh, it is a chat. It's just chat in the chat panel. That's what it is. It's literally just someone typing in chat. Okay, cool. I can turn that off. Good. Yeah, rip quest. Quest, you will be missed. It makes me so sad. See how far we got into that quest? But the lag is better though. What are we doing now? Von 4. What's Von 4 called? Von 4. Why is it called just Von 4? Oh, Haywire Foundry. Oh, yeah. Oh god. No, we lost someone. Alright. Boots of fire guard. Boots of belt of balance. Oh my god, I can like not fall over when guys put like grease underneath my feet. I'm a stocky dwarf though. Oh my god, everyone just left my party. Oh, they're like, oh what? No more Shadow Crypt runs. I guess I'm out. And they'll just leave. They're like, I'm out. Bounce. Jerks. I mean, I'm sure they're nice. I'm sure they're very nice people. But they're totally jerks for like just bouncing. What? Quest isn't working? I'm out. Bounce. Gotta bounce, yo. It was pretty good though. Almost earned like, what, like 300 and something thousand experience from that one quest. It was cool. That's why I like Shadow Crypt. Because, yeah, it can be kind of annoying. If you get two people that know what they're doing, especially if they're both warlocks, dude, that quest takes like 8 minutes at tops. Right? Like, yeah, you can get it done in 5. If you just split up and go 2 separate ways. But yeah. Unfortunately, there's like not a lot of people at this quest level. So it's going to be not that easy to recruit for groups right now. Fortunately, that's why you play Warlock, so you never have to have another single player in your entire group. Because playing with other people is like pointless when you just play Warlock. Yeah, damage. Damage. Man, I don't know if I actually got anybody with the black screen. I thought it was funny though. Oh no, my boss is texting me. God damn it, I don't want to do that shit. Cool. Damn, damage, back at it again. Damn, Daniel, back at it again. There you go. You gotta bring in your memes, boys. You gotta bring in the dank memes. Damn, Daniel. Wait, is that a meme or does it count as actually a trend? I can't tell anymore. When you go from like dank memes to trends. There's like that kind of like critical mass point. Die, earth elementals. Yeah, I do too much damage. I'm so good. Yeah, man. My boss is just like, hey, that's probably what I'm gonna do after this. By the way, I already told my boss like, hey, if it's you know if work isn't done yet, after the stream I'm just gonna go back. So I'll probably end up going back to work today at like 10 o'clock. I was already out. I was there at 6 o'clock this morning, man. It sucks. I don't want to do that. We're all memes. I meme, you meme. We all meme. Because we're the dream team. Are we the meme team or the dream team? Or the dream meme? Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm actually going to be running a Dungeons & Dragons game soon. Like, a pen and paper Dungeons & Dragons game. Ooh! Please, crowd opinion. You guys, you might have played Dungeons & Dragons games, because you're all a bunch of fucking nerds like me. So please, help me. You guys are all... I'm sure you're all nerds. Maybe you played Dungeons & Dragons. Maybe you, like, saw the game and you're like, duh, I gotta play Dungeons & Dragons online, because I played Dungeons & Dragons. It's a pretty good game. Question for you guys. If you had to pick between Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 or Dungeons & Dragons 5, which one would you pick? I've heard differing reviews of each one, and what I want to do is I want to run a game. I'm most familiar with 3.5 because 3.5 is like my favorite edition. Like I sleep with my 3.5 rulebook in my bed. Like I sleep with it at night. I snuggle up to my 3.5 rulebook because it's the best one. And no, stop messaging me. Okay, I gotta silence this. How do you silence this? No. How do you silence this? What do I do? Deafen? Oh god, that was worse. 5th is very simplified. I've heard 5th is simplified. I've also heard that 5th is very confusing and convoluted, and that no one can figure out the rules. So that's why I want like multiple opinions. All right, man. They can't all be the best. I'm gonna show this guy where the traps are. 5th is good. Okay. My favorite is 3.5. I love 3.5 to death. I think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Maybe not. Maybe even beyond sliced bread. 3.5 is just the greatest thing ever. But I'm biased. Okay, I have to turn this off because it keeps beeping at me. It's gone. Goodbye, Discord. I'm sorry. You can't just be quiet. Quit. Good job. They do all have dungeons or dragons. 5 is good for beginners? Okay. I guess. So no idea what 3.5 or 5 or any of that is? Okay. See, it's hard. I just want to get a concrete opinion from you guys. I'll probably end up going with 5th edition. I think it would be good to learn like another edition of the game so I can add it to my roster of knowledge. The problem is I already have a custom rule set already written out for 3.5, and I really don't want to have to like make an entirely new custom rule set. I could just expand it onto the one that's already there, but it's confusing. I don't know. I disagree. I agree with you that there is definitely a ton of like 3.5 is great for power gamers if you use all of the books that are great for power gamers. But I don't know. I don't like the books. I really don't like the books, man. You know what I have behind me? I got the complete Arcane back there. I got the complete Champion, Divine, the Draconomicon or whatever. I got all those books, but I don't like those books, you know? They're totally for power gamers. All those books. What I like is just you play the game, you get the role play, and then you're like, I'm gonna pick some guy's pocket, and you make a sleight of hand check, and then I'm gonna dance on the streets, and you're gonna use an illusion spell to make an illusion and whatever. And like one of my favorite things about Dungeons and Dragons is you join a party, okay? You join a party, you play with your friends. They say, hey, come play Dungeons and Dragons. You're like, okay, what level is the game? And they say, okay, well the game is level 5, and you're like, cool. So you join the party, and you play as the sexy elf maiden archer, you know, ranger, and all you wear is this really scantily clad tight leather all the time, and you're constantly, you know, throwing out these incredibly sharp and, you know, arrows, and you're just killing everybody, or not, you're not even killing everybody, but you're just constantly shooting out these arrows, and you have this like really goofy laugh, and you know, you've got this cute smile and all this stuff, and you play with the party, and everybody is like falling in love with this elf chick, and you're having a lot of fun, and then all of a sudden, you know, your character, maybe you're going through like a cave or something, and there's a really loud noise, and you get like distracted, and all of a sudden, the sexy elf maiden that's been in the party for like weeks, that a lot of the other characters have been like, oh man, this sexy elf maiden is a great addition to the party. All of a sudden, the illusion is broken, and it turns out that sexy elf maiden that you had the whole time in your party was actually a 4-foot gnome who's 35 years old with a big beard. And he's like, oh, the jig is up, and the illusion is broken, and everyone can see through it. And then everyone feels ashamed of themselves, and they all need to take a shower. That's what I like about 3.5. Yeah, it's true. Yep, I'll only have to give a good read over 5th edition. I just like that the 3.5 is very easy to expand upon. Yeah, exactly. Man. So yeah, it's hard. It's one of the situations where you can pretty much RP in any game, right? It doesn't matter, or the plot of Ace Ventura. It doesn't really matter if you're playing a 3.5, 4th edition, or 5th edition. You can roleplay in any single one of those game types. It all depends on whether the players want to roleplay or not. Going to run 5th, be prepared to make tons of table rulings due to ambiguous wordings. Yeah, that's what I'm really worried about. I'm also really discouraged by like the lack of attacks of opportunity in 5th edition. I think attacks of opportunity make sense and are also pretty thematic to RP Monopoly. Is that why when you play Monopoly, you only let people like, you know, call you like Trump? Oh no, I can't talk about Donald Trump. Oh god, I've already poisoned the stream. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna talk about something else. But yeah, I've always disliked ambiguous wordings. I don't like having to make table rules all the time. Like, I like having my own custom set of rules in the sense that, like, little things, you know, the way different races might work, being like, okay, I don't like this, or it's thematic for this game that this works, so you can use this skill to do this. I like stuff like that. But I don't like, I don't know. Only have one trigger? What triggers that one? Casting spells in combat? Making ranged attacks in combat? Moving past somebody's occupied space in combat? Those are all separate triggers. And if all those don't cause attacks of opportunity, then I can't play 5th edition, because my mind is like shattered. Because that's what I used to do. I used to play a sorcerer who had a really high intimidate, and he would just like shh, and he knew a bunch of languages. So what I would do is I would get to move really fast because I'd have like haste and a couple other cool spells to keep me moving fast. And then I would like yell all these mean things at enemies, and they would want to kill me because I was so mean to them, which was hilarious. But then because I was so mean to them, they would run through me and run through my teammates and get attack of opportunity down to death. Give you disadvantage on attacks? Okay. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm also confused by advantage and disadvantage because I don't know how flank plays into that exactly. Because they're like, I understand there's clearly a separate rule. Ah, oh god, that pain. Oh god. Oh god. I just love that. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, no, you're not, because I get an attack of opportunity. Rest in peace, Bright Eyes. I know, but there should be flanking. How do you get the flank? Set up the flank for your allies? You gotta flank them? Okay, have you guys ever played the, oh god, the pain. Have you guys ever played the House Caneth quest in here? With Carver? And he has one of the best lines ever, where because he's got all the clones, and he goes, it's like, we outnumber them, outflank them! Oh, Arkin Sharud is dead too? I don't know how Arkin died. That's annoying. Pack tactics. Okay. That sounds interesting. Oh, Arkin Sharud is dead. Oh my god, where is he? Where's my cleric? Why did he die? Oh my god. I have to go get the cleric because I'm going to die to this too. Okay, I have to find the cleric's soul stone, wherever it is, so I can resurrect him. And he's like running away for whatever reason. So I have to fight my way through this again and get through all this jumping crap. I think he was trying to go resurrect the rogue. Ow, ow, my bones. The fire, it hurts. Okay. Okay, oh god, oh god. Oh jeez, oh jeez. Ow, fire. This is when I wish I had Shining Through, but I don't have Shining Through. Oh, my Night Shield is gone. Oh god, I need the Night Shield because the magic missiles are gonna hurt. Cool. Cool. Alright, so now we take Arkin, who's here, who's not here, he's not following me. Hey, come here, Arkin. Get up. Cool, now heal yourself. Great. Now Arkin, I'd like you to be on passive here. Arkin, follow me. So this is why hirelings are great, okay? Arkin, I'm just going to give him the salute. Thank you for your brave efforts. You will be remembered for a very short period of time. Goodbye. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. Oh, that goes more than once. Okay, good to know. Cool. Where is Bright Eyes? Where is Bright Eyes? There he is. Come here. Hey. May he rest in peace. I will leave his ghost as it is. You there? I think maybe he went AFK. He made his sacrifice. He knew what he was getting into. Okay, when you play a cleric and you say, hey, you know what? Sure, I'll be your cleric for hire. Yeah, man. That's the sacrifice you just make. He took one for the team, and we will always remember Arkin for his sacrifice. We will not resurrect him from the dead, because it's not worth my time. because these scrolls are expensive. I'm only at the gold cap. But we will never forget that Arkin died because I didn't feel like dying. Rest in peace, Arkin. Rest in peace. Rip. Fine, we'll bring him back. Arkin's back for another season. Boom, back at full life. Put him on active mode, and now he's going to go to town. You gotta give him a second chance to be in the spotlight, you know? He was only around for one season. We're going to bring him back for the second season. Midway through, you thought he was canceled, you know? He was fighting about his contract, but nope, he's back in. Oh, man. So, unfortunately, I was thinking about doing a live stream tomorrow, like on my own personal channel, but I'm probably not going to be doing a live stream tomorrow because I have to get prepped for my Dungeons & Dragons game. Because, you see, the people I'm playing my Dungeons & Dragons game with, it's actually some of my coworkers, and they were like, hey, man, Rio Grande River. But they were like, hey, or they were talking about some stuff, and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna play some Dungeons & Dragons on the weekend. And I was like, oh, you're gonna play some Dungeons & Dragons? They're like, yeah, neither of us have ever played Dungeons & Dragons. And I'm like, oh, cool, that sounds fun. And then we talked about it, and they're like, oh, wait, you've played Dungeons & Dragons forever? And I'm like, yeah, I've played Dungeons & Dragons since I can literally remember. I've always had memory of Dungeons & Dragons. And they're like, oh man, that's really cool. We don't have always had memory of Dungeons & Dragons. It's like, you know what? It'll be cool. Like, all the people that we've decided to play with are strangers, and we don't know them. And a lot of them are kind of weird, and they act and they weird, and they say weird stuff. So we want to, it's like, so you should, like, run a game. And I was like, well, running a game is a lot of work. I don't know about running a game, guys, because, like, that's a lot of work. Like, I could do it, but, you know, it's a lot of work, especially because they're my bosses. They schedule my hours, right? And I'm like, you know, if you wanna give me more hours, I mean, I guess that's fine right now. But if you give me more hours and you want me to also prepare an entire campaign, I mean, what do you want me to do? You gotta pull the lever to open the door. You gotta pull the lever to open the door. You gotta pull the lever to open the door. I can't open it. Welcome. I can't do anything. I don't know where these guys came from. I'm just watching as he dies. Don't fight them. Pull the lever to open the door. Pull the lever. No. Yeah, I personally would like per 3.5 because I'm more familiar with it. I'm totally self-interested in this matter. I'd much rather play something I'm familiar with because I'm self-interested. I don't care about the new player experience. I just want to play the game I want to play. Is that so wrong? Is it so wrong to be selfish? I mean, my God. Cool. But yeah, so they were like, yeah, D&D players are like really weird, and they're like, so you know, we want you to run a game. And the thing is, I didn't realize that it was like how fast it was gonna go. At first, it was like, hey, you know, we want you to. It's like it would be cool if we all played together. And I was like, okay, yeah, that would be cool. And then it went from, yeah, it'd be cool if we all played together to, hey, you played it, you should run a game. And I was like, okay. And then it got to my one of my bosses comes up to me and he's like, hey, by the way, I was just talking to, you know, the other guy, and he's already told a bunch of his friends, and so they're expecting you to run a game. And I was like, oh, okay. This is like all 2 days. Nobody's talked to me about this. This is all going whatever. And then my other boss comes in, and he's just like, hey, so we talked about this. How does the 7th of May work? Can you be ready by the 7th of May? And I'm like, well, that depends on how much I'm working. And apparently we're gaming on the 7th of May. So it happened that fast. The thing is, I like my job, and I don't want to lose my job, so of course I'm going to set up a Dungeons & Dragons game, if that's like the requirement. But yeah. It's I mean, it's not a bad place to work. I'd rather work with like fun D&D nerds than Well, not to say I'd rather work with fun D&D nerds than other people. That's you know, I like working with everybody, but I'm glad about the fact that I get to work with people that share interests. But man, they're just like, hey, can you do this? And then one of them's like, I know you really wanted like a promotion, right? And I'm like, oh god, yeah, I know, I want the promotion, man. Like literally, like is like, you should run this game for like me and my friends because promotion? Thinking about it? Oh god. I would love to make more money though, so that way I don't have to use this headset that I borrowed from a friend, and I could like replace my current broken one. Shout out to Kent GR59 for replacing my headset, for lending me one. But yeah, oh man, but getting the full pressure on, like coming down at the desk and just like, I think it would be a good idea if you like ran a Dungeons and Dragons game. I told him he has to pay me exclusively in beer. There's a policy I like to use when I'm a dungeon master, and the policy is bribes will have absolutely no effect, Bribes will have no effect. Bribes do not work, but they're extremely encouraged. So if he's like totally willing to pay me in beer and snacks, oh man, I'll do it. Beer and snacks, man. I'm a simple guy. It's like, hey man, can you do me this favor? I don't know. And like, I'll buy you a beer. It's like, oh cool, I'll do this favor. Yeah man, go grab a beer. Oh, Arkin, no! He fell. Oh, he's back up. Arkin is back. Can I kill Arkin? Let's see.
3 minutes
Oh, Arkin. Oh. He lives. He lives. I couldn't kill him. Oh, good job, Arkin. Good job, man. That was close. He almost died. Yeah, but I don't mind running a game for my friends. I think it's fun. I think it'll be fun. Cool. Taking level 12, and then doing Threnal West. Do I want to do Threnal West? I think Threnal West is pretty fun. Let's do Threnal West. Threnal West is pretty cool. Yeah, YOLO. Threnal West. I'm gonna take level 12. But yeah, I wouldn't want to do paid DMing. I think it's a cool concept, but I just don't want to do it. 12. Threnal West. The rescue? No. In need of supplies is the one I want. In need of supplies. In need of supplies. But yeah, paid DMing would be interesting. I wouldn't really want to do that. That's kind of like part of the way that the Pathfinder Society works, right? I'm pretty sure it's not volunteer. I'm pretty sure it is paid. I could be completely wrong about that. I could just be like blatantly wrong. I'm freely willing to admit that. Cool, let's get this quest here. What do we got? Death Block Belt of Armor 5. Ooh, Armor 5 seems pretty good. I like Armor 5. Wait, do I have a Cloak of Armor 5? Yeah, I have a Cloak of Armor 5. Okay. Hey, I'm going to level up to level 12. Level 12 is a huge level for this character. Gets me a couple things. The first thing it gets me Aura of Menace. Aura of Menace allows me to use all weapons without needing to cast Master's Touch. So I can swap this spell out for Jump. And Jump is awesome, dude. You get to jump up and down. You get to be like, whoa, flying over space and killing people. And then second, it gives me access to Shining Through. Also Spirit Blast. I'm not going to take Spirit Blast right away. While it is extremely good, I'm going to take Shining Through first because having Infinity Life seems better to me than doing a little bit more damage. I already do a lot of damage. Not to say the damage isn't good, but just making sure I can never die to some goofy trap is kind of important to me. And then later I will take Spirit Blast. I'll also probably take this Displacement spell-like ability. I don't have room for Displacement as a spell because I'm taking Haste. So it just doesn't work that way. Alright, let's advance. Oh no, I don't want to reset all trees. Okay, good. And we're going to put our points into Constitution, so we'll have a 36. Not too shabby. I mean, it could be shabby, but it's not. It's not shabby at all. Oh, level 12, so I get a feat. Cool. Now, because I'm playing a melee warlock, I'm going to take one of the best melee attack or feats, which is improved critical slashing. Improved critical slashing, super good with any kind of melee. Boom, check this out. I'm going to have a 1920 critical hit range on this Dwarven Axe. That's hype. Get hype, everybody. +1 on will saving throws. How can you say no to that? Also, because it's an even level, we're picking up Paragon's Aegis and also Pact damage, so my acid damage is going to go up. Cool. Level 12, pick up Aura of Menace. I'm going to pick up Shining Through. Boom. Now with Shining Through, we're going to make sure it goes on the bar, and so does Aura of Menace. So Aura of Menace here. Shining Through. Swap this here. So now I can go boom, and we get 829 life at level 12 because of my 36 constitution. That's hilarious! And my constitution is only going to go up from here, so I'm pretty happy about that. Swap out Master's Touch because now I'm proficient with all weapons. And we're going to pick up Jump, because Jump is like an... Oh, that was cancel. Oh, no. No, I don't want to cancel that. I gotta jump. Gotta jump. Oh, they don't think I have the spell component, so I'm going to go swap out and get the spell component. Now we have Jump. If I was using a shield, I would definitely want to keep Master's Touch because it doesn't give you proficiency with shields. But I'm not using a shield, so... Oh, thank you. I'm going to skip this song. Oh, there we go. That's a good song. Ooh. Ooh, some of that Bomberman Hero 2 music. Or Bomberman Hero 2. Bomberman Hero music. They didn't make a sequel to Bomberman Hero. What am I saying? So now I can cast Jump and go whee! 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 Isn't that fun? That's fun. That's fun, everybody. But yeah, I've heard a lot of really good things about Pathfinder. The problem is I've played Pathfinder 3 times with strangers every single time, and every single time it's been really weird. Like, it hasn't been like it hasn't been definitely a good time. It's usually been like strange. Like, the people I've played with have been weird, or they've been super power gamey and they don't really care about like the actual story of the game, which I don't like. Because I'm not the biggest role player, but when somebody is like, oh, I'm gonna be a paladin, and then they like kill somebody in cold blood, I'm like, I'm not gonna play this game anymore, because it just loses interest to me when they completely disregard pretty much all the rules in the game, and I can't handle stuff like that. Oh, what are these items? Oh, I have a Deadly 4 item I didn't equip for no reason. Cool. Now I've equipped those. Sick. Stream, you should have a few moments. You should have a few moments to go through your monster manual to collect rewards. They were edgelords? Oh, they were the edgiest. Dude, those guys were so edgy. I don't think you understand how edgy some of those guys were. It's true. The paladins weren't evil. They were edgy. Actually, I did go through my monster manual. I did that a couple of weeks ago. I picked up a lot of the remnants and also the astral shards. Yeah, exactly. You gotta play a paladin. You gotta be a good guy. You know, you can't go murder people for fun and be like, well, it's fine. Exactly. And the problem is, because it's all preset adventures, right? Because Pathfinder Society is based around preset adventures, it's not like your actions in one game will affect your actions in another game, because you then just play with different people and your characters, like, nobody knows. Unless you get blacklisted. And that's essentially my problem with Pathfinder, or Pathfinder Society. Not Pathfinder in general, the rule set I'm sure is absolutely fine. It's mostly a society. Most of the people I've met are like either terribly weird or like ridiculous power gamers that could care less for like roleplay and anything like that. So, and that's why as a DM, man, that's why I like running consistent games that aren't Pathfinder Society. Because yo, if you're playing a paladin and you do something like just remote, like crazy evil, man, I'm just gonna strip your power away. And they're like, oh, I use lay on hands. I'm like, no, you don't. You ain't got no power, son. Your health is not moved. You ain't got no health. Smite evil, you better smite yourself. I hope you got a mirror handy, because you need to smite that wicked man in the mirror there. Oh god, I can't click this thing, this ladder. All right. I kind of want to do 3-0 West. I don't know if I can solo 3-0 West. But we're going to see. Nobody's joining my party, so... Which makes me sad. So we're going to pick up a hireling. Probably, oh, Flagon Morin. That sounds like a dwarf. Ooh, I love dwarfs. Give me some dwarfs. Give me some short, stocky, hairy men. Please take that in context. Yeah, so that's cool. Now I have all these cool abilities. Oh, I forgot. Most important thing. Ooh, Tunnel Rhino. Welcome. We're going to be heading over to the Reno West right now. So, check it out. I have this orb here. Madstone Orb. Ooh, let's equip it. Boom. I get single weapon fighting. I get this super sick skull in my hand. Look at the skull that's in my hand. Ooh, look at the skull. Look at the skull. Look at it. Look at it. It's like... That's cool. I have an augment bag here. I wonder if I have any augments I can sell on this. Good luck. That's 20. Insightful stats. I wonder if I can go get an augment of this. Con 4. No, natural armor 3. Can I get natural armor 4 or something? Reno West. I'll probably slot some augments in this later. I kind of want to get the level 14 one, which has better augment slots, so I can get purples. Gotta get some purples. Ooh. But look at that. Look at this orb. It's so cool. The coolest thing about orbs, that a lot of people may not know, check this out. If I got an orb, if you block, boom. Look, orb shield. Got this orb shield, and if you shield bash with an orb shield deals damage based on your charisma or your intelligence, whichever is better. Have I seen the new loot? I have absolutely seen the new loot coming out with U13, or U31. I don't know. I don't really have too much of a comment about like new loot when it comes to like the actual stat bonuses that they provide. I'm kind of like, whatever. Stat bonuses. Sorry. I like the idea of new loot. The problem I have with new loot and all those new items is that there's this really cool thing. Check it out. So all these items that I'm wearing, almost all of these are not set items. They're just random items that you just find generated. And that's super cool to me. I like the idea of cool items that give you a different ability or an effect that you can't normally have. So say, for example, the silver longbow is cool because it has an expanded critical threat range and expanded base damage. I like a lot of those items that give you different opportunities for weapons. So like the dynastic falcata, which is one of the items that's in the desert, allows you to use your charisma to damage as a melee weapon. Super cool. The problem with a lot of the loot items is that the current loot items are basically just, these stats are just straight better than the old stats, so you should go get them. And then the new loot items are like, well, those items were really good, but guys, check out these other items that are like even gooder. They're like gooder than the items you could possibly get. And it's like, okay, sure, I can like power game and go and get these like level 13 items, and then when I reincarnate, I've got these insane level 13 items and they're so good, which is fine. Or alternatively, you can just play the game and get the items and like do cool quests and kill cool monsters and stuff, and just get similar level of items that you just find from playing the game. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here, but that's just my personal feelings on like on the whole loot thing. I like cool new loot. Ooh, why is that there? I like the idea of cool new loot, but I don't really look at and gawk over a lot of it, because a lot of it's just like, whatever. It's just an item. It's just an item, bro. It's just an item, bro. Like, yeah, if I got one, that'd be cool, but a lot of the items aren't really unique or specific. So, for example, stuff like Light Unending, the staff that you get out of, I believe it's Trial of the Archons. Like, awesome staff. It's super good, but the only reason it's good is because it deals good damage and it's cold iron, so you can use it to easily kill demons, which is good for that quest series. Which is, like, kind of cool, but if it was actually possible for good items to deal good damage, which is a bug that's hopefully going to get fixed someday, items that add good damage will actually deal good, like, holy damage, as opposed to like not converting the physical. If they can convert physical in the future, then I think it would be really good. I just have to hope for it. Oh my god, the song for Tunnel Rhino just came on, and there's a guy in my party named Tunnel Rhino. That's cool.
A thick layer of dust and cobwebs covers the floor and walls of the excavation.
Hold on.
It seems less like a new project than one recently.
You gotta make sure you give haste to all your melee. Because I have access to haste, I always gotta give haste to the melee men. Yeah. A green steel orb would be cool. I really like the fact that there's a Thunderforged orb. I'm definitely going to be making one for this character. I really want a Thunderforged axe too, which is the problem though. Like, I want a Thunderforged orb and I want a Thunderforged axe, and I don't know what to do about that. I want a Thunderforged orb and axe. I want the axe, obviously, because it's a melee weapon. Like, yeah, I totally want the Thunderforged axe. But the orb is just going to be way more versatile, right? I could use the orb on, like, many different characters and many different lives, whereas the axe is kind of limited to, like, dwarf characters or characters who use Dwarven axe. But if I make it an axe of, like, Radiance because I want the extra spell damage, well then, like, oh god, it's even worse. Which is why I kind of want, like, an orb that gives Radiance and then the axe to be, like, vulnerability or something. Because vulnerability, man. Vulnerability is really good. I also forgot to buff my teammates. Wait, when did my health go away? Has it been 10 minutes since I used that ability? Yeah, probably. Creature companion? Which creature companion should they make? I like a lot of the creature companions. I find a lot of them make too much noise. Don't they have an ooze companion? Because they have the gelatinous cube companion. I mean, I had the spider companion following me for a little while, but the problem is its little feet, every time it moves, it like stomps on the ground and makes so much noise. Alright, talk to Durward. Bam. Cool. Alright. Part 2 time. It's similar. They're basically the same thing. Cubes, oozes. I mean, a cube is just an ooze in a cube shape. In this next part, can you stick on Durward's ass and stop him from taking damage? Gotta make sure I type that in chat, because I would love to clear the way and be the guy to clear the path, but I need to make sure Durward doesn't get just stomped on.
Oh, no, I cannot.
No, please stop the Durward stomping.
Smells of blasting powder. A powerful charge was recently detonated.
If Durward dies, then I have to restart this. Basically, if Durward dies, I have to restart the quest. And if I have to restart the quest, I'm just gonna turn off the stream. I wouldn't actually do that. Well, I might rage quit. I've definitely rage quit because Durward's died right at the end. Yeah, exactly. If there's a way I could turn off the little stomping of the spiders, but it's so loud, man. It's so loud.
Turn you up.
Yeah, I will also turn you up. Yeah, man. Tunnel Rhino's sick. Tunnel Rhino is like an awesome boss, and the music is really good. It's Tunnel Rhino stage. And also, the drill is sick. Now, of course, the drill is like, you know, no Volt Catfish, where you use like the Volt Crusher or whatever, where the supercharge, where you slam the ground and it knocks like all the like the blocks or whatever off their chains, all the things they're hanging, like the boulders they're hanging. Why it says use Intimidate and Strength? That's a good question. I think the Strength might just be flavor text, because I know it just uses Intimidate. I think the fact that it says Intimidate might just be, or Strength might just be flavor text. Like, oh, use your brute force or brute strength. But I'd have to look into it, and I'm not doing that because I'm like holding down W and killing the monsters. Tunnel Rhino. I just like that I have a guy named Tunnel Rhino in my party, and it's Tunnel Rhino's playing the song. This is just too good. But you know what? I will investigate your query while I'm doing this quest. Enhancements. See, the fortunate thing is Tunnel Rhino does so much damage, I don't really need to pay attention. See, this is how you play Favorite Soul, by the way. So Tunnel Rhino's doing it right. Warforged, Favorite Soul, two-hander. That's it. If you're like, oh, how do you play a melee Favorite Soul? You just play a Warforged and you do 1 billion damage.
Tunnel up ahead.
Alright. Here it is. Dragon Mark of whatever. Alright, Lock Bash. You pick a lock with your fist. The ability... Oh, using your Intimidate and your strength modifier. It does say that. Wow. Then that's definitely just something that they could not code. Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, this build also has the ability to do full AFK build. So check it out. If I want to do full AFK build, I just take one hand off the keyboard, and then, like, when the monsters are attacking me, I just kind of, like, don't touch the keyboard. It works fairly well. Same thing, you know, walk up to these monsters. Oh, there's, like, spiders or whatever. I just walk up, and then while the monsters are fighting me, I'm going to grab this delicious Wonder Bar. It's a really tasty chocolate bar. And I'm just going to eat this chocolate bar on camera. Oh. Now that's a good chocolate bar. If my chewing's really loud, I'm not that concerned about it, but you can tell me.
I heard that.
Oh, Wonder Bar is a fantastic chocolate bar. Like, if any of you work at Cadbury, and you're like, man, we need a guy to sponsor, or we need to sponsor a guy about our chocolate bar, I will absolutely get sponsored by Cadbury and eat chocolate bars for them and say they're delicious. I'm really good at eating delicious chocolate bars. Now, give me a sec to just clear this hallway, because sometimes you can aggro the flesh renders up here. Okay, cool. Grab the chest, and then we'll activate him. Dual Kopesh Ranger with Ruby Eye of Force and Meteoric Star Ruby. So good. I mean, it's pretty good. Oh, sorry, I talked to him. You gotta talk to him because I'm a dumbass. Oh, is he following me? Oh, no. Okay, you should be able to get him now. Cool. They need to fix it because I took it from my barb, who is a intim strength DPS. Well, alternatively, you could just have an intimidate item. Like, for this character, I use intimidate all the time. It's really strong. And intimidate's good because I have this daunting hat of intimidate that if I need to, I can swap this on and give me an extra 14 points. Like, if you have an intimidate item, you can intimidate fairly well, even if your charisma's not that high. I don't know what I'm listening to, but it sounds fantastic. But yeah, dual Kopesh Ranger is pretty good. I don't think they will nerf Warlock, just because I don't think Warlock's broken. I think Warlock is very, very strong. In fact, I think it's stronger than most of the other classes, especially in heroic difficulty. But in epic mode, I honestly don't think it's as strong. The charisma-based green steel spell point item. Well, that's good. Although I don't recommend spell points on the Barbarian. I mean, you could if you're playing Warforged Barbarian. Sorry, Blade Forged. So you get that sick reconstruct. Ooh, think about that, yo. I don't think it's 100% broken. Can you define what you mean by 100% broken? Because like it's pretty broken. Oh, look at this. I'm not even playing the game. I'm just like walking around, looking at chat, and somehow like the monsters are just getting butchered by me. Like, look at this. Oh, Flesh Render, come get me. Oh, did you burn through like even 10% of my health pool? No. I don't know. I disagree that no other class could do that. I don't think that's true at all. I think there are many classes that can solo Temple of Elemental Evil. I don't think there are many, but I think there are lots of others. I don't think it's just Warlock that's in that boat. And this is why it's important. I think it's important to keep furthering the discussion. Because I think there definitely are some classes that cannot solo Temple of Elemental Evil Epic Elite. Also, solo Temple of Elemental Evil Epic Elite I don't think is also necessary or like a good measure of like how strong your character class is. Yeah, your build is also very important. Oh, gargoyle. Oh god. trick is to chug Potions of Wonder until you hit the Hate Magnet for plus 80. Genius. Genius. That's how you do it. Potions of Wonder, boys. The trick is, what you gotta do is you gotta chug Potions of Wonder after you're at the end of Legendary Elite Tempest Spine. So you're just standing there at the chests, and then right there, when you're standing at the chests, Legendary Elite Tempest Spine, that's when you start chugging back Potions of Wonder, and eventually you get some of those blades, and it butchers the entire raid. And everyone dies, and nobody gets any loot. That's what Potions of Wonder are for, my friends.
You hear footsteps echoing up and down the
I see have no Warlock in them.
sounds like creatures.
You are it's okay to post links in chat for now. So if you guys want to share some links, you can. The thing is, I think it is good to have like build discussion, right? If we disagree on what builds are good and what builds are good, I think that's a good part for the game. People disagreeing on what is the best, it's fantastic because it means people will keep trying to figure out what is the best, even if there isn't a clear-cut best, which is like 100% true that there is not a clear-cut best, especially in a game like this. Because there's always going to be situations where anything more crit focused, like your barbarian or your bard is going to, or our paladin is going to be better than some other super high DPS classes. So doing that Epic Elite Von 6 and getting the bomb when they had that possibility. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I think it is good. It's like a lot of the fighter changes that are going to be coming up, I think are really cool because in the event that having plus 10 or whatever to all your stats, or plus 8 to all your stats, or sorry, actually, yeah, just plus 10 to all your stats if you go pure 20 fighter. I think if having plus 10 to all your stats is like super duper broken and OP, I think that would be very interesting to see if that would be more OP than the ridiculous critical threat critical threat range of Barbarian, or the critical threat range of Paladin, or the critical threat range of Bard, all of which are not included in Fighter. And the fact that people are disagreeing on whether it's good or not, I think is a good thing. Anytime where someone says, I think this is OP, and somebody else says, I don't know if it is, I think that's kind of cool. ETA on U31, I can't tell you because I don't know. If I knew, I can tell you I don't know. I can tell you something, this is a true fact. So I have, on more than one occasion, asked Turbine, hey guys, can you give me like a few days heads up? So that way, when something new and cool comes out, I can like just book the day off of work, and then sit at home all day playing video games and stream it. And every time they've been like, yeah, sure, man. Yeah, no problem. We'll give you like a couple days heads up. And then I just log in one day and it's like, yo, by the way, we're patching the game tomorrow morning for the update, lol. And it's like, oh, shit. Whoopsie. So I can't tell you. I honestly don't know. I can tell you what's in update 31, and that's cool shit, man. It's gonna be the coolest shit. Crazy updates to the game and cool stuff. Yeah, exactly. Because also you have to define what is best build. When you talk about best build, are you talking about highest DPS? Then absolutely there could be a highest DPS. If you're talking about best area of effect clearing, best crowd control, you can make arguments for all of those different best builds out there. However, there are a couple things that you can't really make best builds for. Some good examples are like fun to play. Fun to play is something that is fundamentally unique to each individual player. I might find this character build fun, and somebody else might find it uninteractive, because it really is interactive. I don't interact with the game. So this game that has such complex mechanics and deep ability for a player to truly show off their skill, because man, when you get into like when you're playing the game and you're getting to a party with like some monk and they're stunning almost every single target in the room consistently, it feels good and it's a lot of fun to play with, and it feels good when you're playing it. But when you play a character like Warlock, it's pretty uninteractive. I just kind of walk around, hit the big burst button, melee some stuff. I don't take any damage, and everything dies. Now, it's good for me because I kind of got to turn my brain off a bit. Because man, coming home from like 16-hour shifts at work, I don't want to like have to have a PhD to be able to play my character class. It's kind of nice to have something relaxing. But best build can be different for a lot of people. That's one of my favorite classes to play. Is both the fighter and the paladin in Stalwart Defender. Because Stalwart Defender, or was it? Oh shit! Collapsed portable hole! Yo, dude, there's a bag! Oh, collapsed portable hole, that's sick! Oh, that was cool! Damn! But I find Stalwart Defender and Sacred Defender are a lot of fun. as classes, just because of the way that they play is so different. It's about intimidating, controlling the fight, controlling the amount of the health that you have, your abilities to quickly regenerate your own health, especially in epics. It becomes very complicated. How you want to regenerate your health, whether you're going to be using kind of over time regenerative effects, if you're going to be having any sort of self-healing, especially if you're a paladin, if you're going to be using Cocoon, or just trying to rely on Consecrate, or trying to rely on Unyielding Sentinel to heal yourself, or even maybe running tank mode but being an Exalted Angel so you get more mana and you can quickly heal yourself. Like, it's complicated, but I like the fact that it's complicated, that you can come up with all sorts of different character builds. Now, Epic Elite and Legendary Elite, for the record, are different than both of those things, because there definitely is going to be something that is the best for Epic Elite and Legendary Elite. That's just kind of the nature of the game. Legendary Elite and Epic Elite are all about being the hardest stuff in the whole game. And if it's the hardest stuff in the entire game, then yeah, you better believe there should be something that's the best. And I'm okay with that. Because, you know, that's like Elite. You know, it's not like Legendary Casual, or Legendary Everybody Can Play, or Legendary, you know, Fisher Price. It's Legendary Elite, you know? And if I join a Legendary Elite raid and I get chirped out for having like a bad build, I'm totally cool with that, man. Because, you know, if my build's not up to par for the thing, I wanna improve as a player. If there wasn't anything in the game that was so hard that you could do it with any build, then there wouldn't be much to work up to in this game. So a long-time player could get pretty bored pretty fast. But the fact that there's so many different build options, and you can try to figure out what's good and what's not, and what works better for you, it's pretty cool. Want to TR into a full stun monk with that dire charge? Oh baby, the dire charge. I've heard a lot of good things about the dire charge. I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. I don't think I'll take the dire charge on this character. I'll probably take perfect single weapon fighting to get those 1920 Vorpals. Ooh, and then pick myself up a Sovereign Vorpal. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you start with a character build that's like bound to fail, so for example, I want to play a thrown weapon using Barbarian, that's not a halfling. It's like, okay, well your build is bound to fail. But if you're like, I want to play a Paladin, but I also want to play a Warforged, that's not such a bad thing, and you want your favorite weapon to be Warhammer. Sure, Warhammers aren't the best weapon, but it's not like garbage, because you're still playing Paladin. You still get the shields, you can still play a Vanguard, you know, Warforged get the immunities to energy drain, so you wouldn't have to go super high in the Knight of the Chalice tree to get the energy drain immunity. You know, you can play around with it, and make a character that's still fun to play and viable, that you would, you know, still make the character that you want to play. And that's the most important thing. If there's a character you want to play, you should be able to play it. I mean, it's Dungeons & Dragons, man. If you want to play as like, you know, as I said before in my previous example, if you want to play as a gnome who projects himself to be like a sexy elf maiden, then why can't you do that in Dungeons & Dragons? Well, you can in Dungeons & Dragons. So Dungeons & Dragons Online, being able to cater to most of just the specific like character, power specific types of things, I think that's cool. It's cool, man. Yep, Dwarven Axes still count as a two-hander. Well, sort of. They don't get the 1.5 times on damage, but they do get the glancing blows. Of course, I don't have any glancing blow proficiencies, so... Oh, Jargoyles. They count as 1.5, sort of, because you get glancing blows, so... Stunning stuff is the Icebreaker, Bard, Fighter, Rogue, and that gets insane damage. Think is my build is strong for high end? Well, think is my thoughts are not understanding. Chirped! Oh, shit. Oh, God. I don't know. I really want to play a War Chanter, like a pure War Chanter Bard, because it just seems really cool to get that whole Barbarian thing going, but I gotta play the Spellsinger first. Spellsinger seems super duper OP. Okay, so the 2 Rogue is for the traps and the evasion, and the 13 Wizard gives you 7th level spells, but what is the 5 Warlock for? Is that for Enlightened Spirit? Yes, it would. It should. Any two-handed fighting feats affect Dwarven Axe. Middle East. Sorry for batting, Glando. Hey, man. Sometimes some peeps got some bad in Glando. It's all good. I do not want to repeat this quest line. Stalwart bracers of move silently. Oh, that's pretty bad. Delightful ring of radiance. Well, that's almost what I want. Gives me perform. It's almost what I want. Yee. Alright. Time to go to Threnal East. I like having this skull in my offhand. That's pretty cool looking because I'm like a warlock. Does my armor look cool? Yeah, it's not bad. Things affect lightning blows boost dwarf axe. Yeah. So that's why I like in epics, I'm probably gonna run Draconic Incarnation when I'm doing Arcane. Legendary Dreadnought, obviously for Martial. Probably Divine
cool as
Crusader.
my hat.
Yeah, man, your hat's pretty cool. See, I love this hat. Look at this. Look at this hat. See, this is why I love DDO. Would other games make hats that look like this? Would they? Could you get this hat anywhere else? I don't think so. Excuse me, sir. That armor doesn't make my butt look big. My butt is big. Check your privilege. Jeez. Also, I'm going to say check your privilege out of context a lot, and that's fine with me. Okay? You're just jealous of my humps. So, I'm not... I'm just going to let you be jelly, okay? I'm peanut butter, and yo jelly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone's always got different armor pieces on, things like that. Oh, man.
It's actually supposed to be roll check your privilege.
Oh! Oh, roll check your privilege. I never thought about that one. Oh, you gotta roll to check your privilege. Oh, I'm using that. I'm using that 100% when I get to play one of my game with with my boss. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you can't do that. Roll check your privilege. Oh, that's too good. Oh, the meme. The meme is overpowering me. Alright, extreme murder level of traps in this hallway. Be careful. Ooh, I jumped him.
The doors on either side of the hallway are spiked shut. Someone wants to...
That guy's watching this stream. Yeah, he is. That guy is watching this stream. I did notice. I also happen to know who that guy is. I have no problem with if anybody that's watching the stream wants to come jump in the games, man. More the merrier. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep the stream up in the background so it makes the numbers look bigger, so it seems like it's more important, because I like to inflate my importance, that'd be great. Thanks. I have no problem if you want to join in on the stream, but just make sure you leave it open so I have an inflated sense of self. My head is not quite big enough. I can actually still wear this headset, so... I don't know. I have to 110,000% disagree with you. Let me go through and explain why Spellsinger is ridiculously mad OP. Alright. So, start with some ridiculous stuff. Number one, I'm taking 9 to 12 right now. 9 to 12. Yeah, so for this one, the plan is you're going to click on Coil and the 3 Coilettes and follow behind me while I go murder everybody.
I don't want to do the coil part.
It's short.
Can't I just, like, knee him in the balls?
I wish. Alright, check this out. Warforged Death Priest! Oh. I imagine, like, the Warforged Death Priests are just these, like, huge death metal... or these huge metal heads. Chain Eldritch Blast with Light and Acid spell power, Blur, Displacement, Firewall. See, the big problem with that is Eldritch Blast damage is based off of your Warlock level. So if you only have 5 levels of Warlock, you're only going to be doing 3 d6s on your Eldritch Blast damage, which is basically 0. Because 3D, it's not 0, but 3d6s when compared with like 9 or even more d6s when you're at max level, or 9 d6s at max level, it's not quite the same thing. Stupid clay golem's healing from my acid. God damn it. But yeah, let me carefully explain to you why Spellsinger is ridiculously overpowered. So I'm gonna start with a couple things. The first one is the cores. So if you actually read the cores, they're ridiculous. The first line is Spellsinger. Each AP spent in Spellsinger grants universal spell power. That's nice. Get a little bit of spell power. Cool, cool, cool. It's good. Get some universal spell power. Totally forgot about this. Come back here, Thorak count. I like some universal spell power, but let's not think that's the only thing you get. Also, each Spellsinger core you acquire after this one gains +1 Listen, Diplomacy, Perform, Use Magic Device. So really good skills. Well, Listen's not whatever, but free UMD, Perform, and Diplomacy, and 2% critical hit ratio with Sonic and positive spells. So that means from the tree they get 12% critical hit with Sonic and spells. 12%? 12% critical hit with Sonic and spells. Or Sonic and healing spells. No tree in the game gets 12% on their critical hit ratio with spells. So that's insane. If you have that combined with spell critical, then just from the core game, no items equipped, you've got 5% plus 12% is 17 plus 9%. Rest in peace. I'm coming. So that is a disgusting amount of critical hit. Then, very importantly, each Spellsinger core, other than the
I didn't
capstone,
even see it.
Oh. You rezzed on the wrong side of the trap, friend. Each core as well.
Are
Cores,
they immune to that?
yeah, they're immune to all traps. Each core, cores 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh my god, Coil, come on. Come through here.
Coil shouts. The library door is locked.
Cool.
Scout
Now we have to talk to Coil to stop him from following me. Cool. Alright, now we do the side rooms. So cores 2, 4, 5, and 2, 3, 4, and 5 also grant +1 enchantment, evocation, and illusion spell DCs. So that means by playing a bard, you get +4 to your evocation DCs and enchantment DCs. So that means it doesn't matter that your spells aren't 9th level, you're getting so much higher DCs out of that, including the DCs out of the tree. Then you actually talk about some of your cores. Maestro of Life and Death is unbelievable. 4 Charisma, 25 Universal Spell Power, and then you get the Heal Spell and Wail of the Banshee. So your Wail of the Banshee, unfortunately because you don't get Necromancy DC, which is kind of important for Wail of the Banshee, but it's not the only spell you get. But it's still nice just to have as Wail of the Banshee. Whoa. Ooh, the Bearlock, though. Oh god, the Bearlock. I really like the idea of Bearlock, though. I think that'd be really cool. I'm gonna be honest, though. I think Bearlock would be really good. Sorry, I'm getting off track. Next thing that makes it super duper... Let me just AFK this right here, because I don't think I'm going to die. Next thing is super duper overpowered. You get a ton of mana. You get Sonic Blast for free, so you can break boxes, which is important. But then, you get one of the best damage over time spells in the game, Reverberate, which you can maximize and empower and all that stuff. So for a 10 spell points on a 9-second cooldown, you're dealing insane Sonic damage over time. So that's amazing. And then, also... at a very low level, you get to pick up, what is this? The Shout. So Shout is pretty good because it's a spell, but thanks to the, Master of Hymns, or whatever the master feat is that increases the maximum caster level of your Shout and Greater Shout, your Shouts and Greater Shouts are insanely high damage. Arcane Pulse does force and more damage. Yeah, but remember, you can use Arcane Pulse and Reverberate, right? So you're getting, and also, like I'm trying to compare Reverberate to other spells like Nyax Biting Cold and Elidar's Electric Surge. Yes, Arcane Pulse, which is a epic level feat, is going to do more damage than something out of a heroic tree. But it's the fact that you can use both if you really wanted to and get the insane stacking of damage. You get Shout with a very high cast level. More importantly, you get Greater Shout with a high cast level. Sustaining Song is hilarious. You can increase cast level of yourself and all your allies, and because you're free enchantment DCs, you also get a spell-like ability for Mass Hold. It costs 50 mana, of course, so it's kind of expensive. I don't know if it's actually good, but Mass Hold Monster as a spell-like ability, so you can like quicken it and heighten it. Ooh, seems pretty good. Plus, you also get another +2 to the DCs of your enchantment spells. Like, for being a bard, you can get +7 to the DCs of your enchantment spells from... Oh, wait, +7? +7 to the DCs of your enchantment spells just from the tree. I mean, enchantment spells aren't the greatest things in the game. They're great for crowd control, but +7 on the DC is bananas. Because you can grab another 2 from feats, grab a bunch from an item, grab some from epic feats. I don't know. I think it's actually really, really good. And because almost nothing is immune to sonic damage, your damage is always going to be viable. Shout and Greater Shout are awesome area of effect spells. I'm telling you guys, I think it's going to be really good. And when I play my Spellsinger build, you're going to be like, oh my god, this is the greatest character in the entire game. Because bear in mind, at level 1 you pick up the Sonic Burst, right? Which is like, okay, whatever, Sonic Blast. It does like a D2 damage per 2 levels. Like, who cares about that? Yeah, and the Legendary Scion is good as well. Make you run back and forth. Remember there or something. I want to be evil and make you pull the levers in annoying order. Yeah. I think it would be better to... Is it the Feywild that gives the sonic damage? Because if the Feywild that gives the sonic damage as well, that scales with sonic spell power, is crazy. Because your sonic spell power gets so high, being a Spellsinger Bard. If only there was a way to combine like Warlock and Spellsinger Bard, but if they were doing that, you'd either want to go like a Swashbuckler with some Warlock or like a pure Warlock. So I'm not going to say it's better than Warlock. I just think it's really, really good. I think it's really strong. I think you could very easily level from 1 to 30 in all elites with no problem playing a Spellsinger Bard. Do I think it's the absolute best build in the game? I don't think so. But I think it would be probably really, really strong and very easy to play because of the incredible healing, the damage dealing capabilities. You don't have to worry about what type of damage your enemies are immune to because you're dealing sonic. Ooh, I got 35 turbine points for Mephit Exterminator 5. I like that. Yeah, exactly. It'd be crazy. Now, obviously, I think that would probably be better on a Swashbuckler with the super duper single weapon fighting. Don't forget that because you're playing a Bard, any races and classes that are free, they're free to VIPs. Warlock and Gnome are free to VIPs, but not free. Also not unlockable. Well, technically you can unlock them with turbine points. See, if you're like me, and this is the best way, if you like this game and you really enjoyed playing this game, for a very small investment of $15 a month, you get access to pretty much every single thing in the entire game. And you might be like, well, I don't really want to pay the money, and I understand that. I'm not saying you have to play money to play the game because it is free to play. But the way that the system that I have is I have so many turbine points, I don't know what to do with them because I just earned them by playing the game. So right now, you only get 500 a month. In the past month, I've earned this entire set of turbine points. So 2387 in a month. Because, one, I play the game too much. But also, because, you know, something. I had a point there. The point is, unfortunately, no, not quite free to free-to-play players, but free to the VIPs. Which is something I'm kind of okay with because they need some way to generate revenue. And if you really don't want to spend any money on the game, you can spend significantly more time to unlock it in-game. If you were going to buy one class, though, I would highly recommend the Warlock. It's a lot of fun, so... This game, buy content, keep it forever. If you sub, you lose the content when you stop subbing. That's true. See, what I do for this game, download on Steam, yeah. The way that I like to do this is I tell people, if you like the game, just be VIP for a month. If you're VIP for a month, it lets you play pretty much whatever class you want. There's a couple classes that are restricted, but you get access to a lot of the classes, so like Monk and Warlock and stuff. You get access to almost all of the quests, and you can play that for a month. And if you play it and you enjoy it, and you're like, okay, this is really cool. I like the way the game is playing. I'm having fun with this. During that month, you can then subscribe to the game. Like either subscribe to the game or like figure out what packs you want to buy, get a chance to play the quests, spend the turbine points and buy the packs. If you think about it this way, if you really enjoy the game and you can manage to hold your attention for a year, at the end of that year, if you're not spending your turbine points, I'm telling you, you'll have enough turbine points to buy all your quest packs. Because in just 1 year, you're getting 500 a month, so that turns into 6,000 at the end of the year, plus all the points you earned while doing it. Crit Swashbuckler that just uses with rapiers, but I'm so bad at making builds and doing well, I can turn cheese builds into the worst things ever. Okay, well, if you want to make a good bard build, like a swashbuckler build, all you have to do is make a bard, put points in the swashbuckler tree, and then hold down right click. They'll die. The monsters will die really, really, really fast. It's very strong. Highly recommended. That's true. Like, the expansions have to be just purchased. You can't buy them with turbine points. I think it is important to have some things that are only purchasable with money. While it's not the nicest things, I think it is important because at the end of the day, if you do have free-to-play players that are never spending a dime on the game, if you have something that's specifically locked behind the paywall... Okay. Other than the 2 expansions, what else is locked behind a paywall? I'd love to hear it. Oh yeah, of course there's a fire reaver in the library. There's a fire reaver in the library. We have to get him out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how do you get a good bard build? I don't know. If you're going to buy one character class and you're going to come back to the game, highly recommend trying out the Warlock. Oh. Yeah, if you want to repair, go to the, there's a bar just nearby. I'm inside the quest, but I'm just going to AFK real quick. Yeah, exactly. You buy the 2 expansions, which, maybe you spend like $20 on one expansion and like $30 on the other, or you wait till they go on sale, because sometimes they go on sale for like 25 or 30% off, like if you pay attention on Steam. You buy them when they're on sale, and then you don't spend any money on everything else. Like I said, the only thing you can't buy are the expansions. But they're the expansions, so. Alright. I have to use the washroom, so I'm going to quickly do that. So while I do that, I'm just going to AFK this, because I think Arcan's probably fine, and I'm not going to take any damage, so I'll be back in just a moment. Hold up. For those of you wondering if you actually want to buy Warlock or anything, if you're like, is this character class good? I'm about to just start killing these monsters while totally AFK, so check it. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to AFK to get some water. I also use the bathroom. Now let's see here. I was AFK, and I'm at 17 kills. Look at that, 17 kills while AFK. Damn, Daniel. Is Coil dead? Oh, Coil's dead too. Cool. All right, what did I miss? Boom. Just 7 APs. Zero's just paying for the game. Blah blah blah. I bought the Shadowfell with TP. You can buy it with TP? Oh, I didn't know you could even buy the Shadowfell Conspiracy with Turbine points. So I was just reading up on chat. Want to stay in the loop, you know what I'm saying? The loop, I gotta be in it. Usually I'm like out of the loop, but today we're fully in the loop. Yeah, as far as I know, the only things that you'd have to buy, technically there are other things you can buy. So for example, you can buy like, there are things that are absolutely money exclusive. So for example, if you buy the starter pack, it gives you the hireling and the pet. I think that you can get the pet, but I think the hireling, the gold hireling, is money exclusive because you have to buy the beginner pack. I think the half-orc pack gives you the strength amulet or the strength trinket that's there on every single character creation. I think that is also exclusive to the store. Yeah, like I just bought the expansion packs, so. Yeah, the gold hireling. Now the thing is, the gold hireling is like, it's not something you can only get out of game. It's something that has unlimited use. The thing is, you can just buy hirelings from like gold in game, like platinum, and platinum has no real use in this game. The only reason I say that is because I hit the platinum cap and I don't know what to do with my money. So yeah, I don't know what to do about that one. I do have a question though. No, this is a question. Hey man, you gotta have gold hirelings. You gotta have the 300, the level 3 one, you know? Oh yeah. Sorry, I gotta eat this chocolate bar because it's really tasty.
Why isn't there a mechanic like Pimp My Airship?
That's a good question.
Platinum for just cosmetic things.
Actually,
And it could also be spent with turbine points.
I would 100% disagree with you, Titan.
Like
I
Nador.
disagree with you a billion times over. If you need to play with a hireling, that makes you like 80% of the player base. I play with hirelings all the time. Hirelings are an awesome part of the game. It allows you to play with, if you're not playing by yourself, you have an extra hand, especially like a lot of the melee hirelings can help you get through a lot of the monsters that are immune to certain damage types. Things like the Veil and places like that, a lot of the melee hirelings have the weapon types to get through them. The cleric hirelings are pretty much always useful. There's always going to be a time where you get completely murdered just by something ridiculous happening, and when that happens, it's really nice to have a hireling who can easily pick you up. So I have to 100% disagree with you that hirelings are like help if you need to reroll. That is just a misguided way of looking at it. Think about it this way: if you're playing a tank character like a tank fighter or a tank paladin, it might be nice to have a hireling like a healer or maybe an extra damage dealer who can help you just get through if you're playing by yourself. Lots of DDO Jenny here. What's your query? I play with hirelings all the time, especially at low level. Because you're right, you don't need to play with a hireling at level 1, but why would you not buy Byron Sword Scout and go murder people? Because Byron Sword Scout will do level 1, 2, and 3 for you. Well, sort of. I don't know. I don't think you always need a rogue hireling, because a lot of the traps can be avoided. Some traps can't be avoided, but many of them, especially a lot of the ones in most of the quests, early quests, can be avoided. But for low levels, hirelings are just super useful. I don't generally use rogue hirelings, but that's useful for me. I know where every single trap is in the entire game. So I'm not going to get blindsided by a trap. I'm not going to worry about needing a hireling for a trap specifically. Healing, though, I'll never turn down a healing hireling. Yeah, but the problem with a Warlock hireling is that it would just go super terribly because hirelings are programmed awful. They would just stand there and like miss, or like all their blasts would go straight up because they can't fire properly. What I want is more Warforged hirelings. I want a Warforged hireling for every single level. I want there to be at least one Warforged hireling for every single level. So if you're playing as like a Warforged, like a Sorcerer or a Wizard or something, and you have the ability to heal, like repair, it'd be cool if there could be a hireling for you that you could use to support you, so you could support the Warforged army. Yeah, Warforged Ranger, I think that'd be sick as a Warforged Ranger hireling. Later I might do like my Arcane Archer Ranger build again, and if I do that, I'm 100% playing a Warforged because that's just a better race.
What are you talking about? You already have a Warforged hireling.
It's true. It's true, I do. The Warforged hireling, bros. Warforged favorite soul. Although, admittedly, Tunnel Rhino's a lot better than Storm. I'll tell you that much. Now, a lot of people don't do Threnal. I just like Threnal, so. Oh, yeah. Anthem. He's awesome. I love the names of the Warforged hirelings. You have, like, Frenzy, Rage, you know, all these, like, the Barbarians and stuff. You have Anthem, the Bard. You have, what other ones are there? There's, like,
Everyone hates Coil. That's
Blast.
why they don't do Threnal.
Yeah. I don't hate Coil. I think Threnal's pretty cool. It's too much favor to like just give up. Like look at his favor. I'm almost at 1750. But yeah, man. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have to be able to play this game. So next week it might just be like picking up from where here, because I'm spending all my week prepping for my Dungeons and Dragons game. Pretty cool rule set that I have set up. I wrote a player race, specifically like an undead player race, because it's important to the story. Not because I think there needs to be one, but just because it was relevant. Anniversary Dungeon? Oh yeah, I thought that was really funny. I like the Anniversary Dungeon. It's too bad it's sad though. Or it's too bad that it is gone currently. It'd be cool if it could be back. Yeah. Coil's somewhere around here. There he is. What's up, Coil? Yeah. I went AFK. Coil died. Like, nothing's going to save Coil at that point. But I believe I have somewhere in here. But yeah, I have a lot of... Oh, the game, like, lagged out. I have a lot of simple things that I added for, like, my D&D campaign, 3.5. Just simple stuff to make some certain things easier. Let me see if I can find the text file here so I can talk about it. Because D&D 3.5 rules are, like, fun. Know what I'm saying? Something. Who cares if Coil dies? I cares if Coil dies. Do the 12 Ranger, 6 Monk, 2 Pally Blade Forge Bow User with the weapon attachment? That seems like it'd be pretty good. I like that idea. The problem with the 12 Ranger, 6 Monk, 2 Pally Blade Forge build is that you don't have 12 levels of Ranger, so I don't know why you'd even play that, but I couldn't tell you, man. What else did I do? I made a couple of changes. So like Tumble gives you +1 maximum +1 dexterity bonus to armor class for every 5 points. So that way it's still limited by the max dex bonus of your armor, but say you're playing like some kind of like sneaky rogue and you have like a dexterity of 16 and a tumble of like 10, then that's actually +5 dex bonus to your armor class. So I thought that would be an interesting way of doing it. There is another thing. I didn't like the idea of like insightful reflexes and stuff, because I thought that you could kind of stack abilities, so you could just like swap them around. So instead I just added 1 feat, which is whole body strength, so you could swap one save to a different ability. So you could be like, well, I want my will save to be on strength. You could just do that. So that way every character would be able to use one, but you can't take it more than one time. Stuff like that. Yeah, 2 paladins kind of bad now. It's not that bad, though. I mean, adding +8 to all your saves for 2 levels of a class is not that bad. Also, if you play a Warforged, because of the bug with Lay on Hands, where Lay on Hands applies separately healing and repair, and the repair is amped by healing amp and then repair amp. I don't know if you know that. So imagine a situation where you use Lay on Hands and heals for 100, and you're playing a Warforged, and you have 50 healing amp. 50% of it is applied to you. So the first 50% would heal you for 50, and that's positive energy healing. It's not reduced, it's just applied as positive energy healing, and you get 50. Then your second half, which is the other 50, is amped by healing amp. So if your healing amp is 100, it goes from 50 to 100, and then that 100 that you get is then amped by your repair amp. So if you have 100 repair amp, that 100 is amped to 200. So a paladin that can heal 100 with Lay on Hands is actually going to get healed for 250, which is a big increase. It's a little bit higher than it's supposed to be. So as a result, Warforged and Bladeforged Paladins can heal a lot more than standard with Lay on Hands, which makes them kind of broken. What else do I have in here? I combined Toughness and Improved Toughness from the feats. So... Yo, what's up? That's a very low number. I'm disappointed. 576. It's a very low number, man. You gotta do more damage. Okay, south time. What else we got? I added feats so that if you are small or wearing heavy armor, you don't get reduced movement speed. Nope, doesn't affect a human or halfling. Because human or halfling applies fully to the just healing amp, so it just goes through healing amp. But because of the bug, the way it converts, it does the repair half, does healing amp, and then repair amp on that value. And the repair amp is based on the modified healing amp. You can test it yourself. I tested it repeatedly. I also submitted a bug report. I don't know if it'll ever get fixed. I don't really care if it ever gets fixed. I like it. I think it's cool. So make sure you ask them, this guy here, is there more to do here? Oh, that was just the melee? That's pretty cool. You must have a pretty high spell power for that one. Other stuff like, what is this? Subtle stab, so that a rogue can make more than one sneak attack in one round. So if you make a sneak attack, and you have, like, say you have 2 weapons, because sneak attack only applies to your first attack per round, but in 3.5. Sneak attack only applies to your first attack per round. So if you have 2 weapons, your first attack will be a sneak attack. Then they notice they're being stabbed in the eyes and the kidneys, at which point you go ahead and make your other attacks without the sneak attack. You can do that. If it's a bug that benefits players, it's kind of good. Yeah, Lay on Hands is still like a really good ability. It's still one of the strongest healing abilities in the game, especially if you have a decent amount of charisma. If you're a pure paladin, Lay on Hands is going to hit for like thousands. Like, it's super dumb. But just be aware, that it's not there is a bug with Warforged Lay on Hands, which is fine. I'm totally fine with the Warforged Lay on Hands bug. That seems like very high. I don't know what to tell you about that one. Oh yeah, I made Sunder work like the DDO Sunder because breaking weapons is dumb. Where's my... I'm being attacked by something. Oh, it's up here. What? Okay. I guess I'll just shoot this then. I don't know why that's up there. Whatever, it's dead. What else we got here? Weapons, all sorts of stuff. What do I got here? Yeah, Lay on Hands is really good. It's a super strong ability. I really like the way it kind of works with most characters. Oh no, my spells! Oh, 4 negative levels. Oh, screw you, Beholder. Piece of shit. I don't like negative levels. God damn it. kind of. I don't know if it entirely makes up for it because I still like being able to, like, you know. I'd much rather have reconstruction be better. It's a better option. I just don't think they get enough repair amp out of the tree. Like, it should be like the human one, where it gives you like 20, 40, 60 instead of 20, 30, 40 for 6 points. Yeah, man, the big eye monster, yo. Oh, don't worry. We'll be running invaders later. This character's like boss at invaders. Because I just get a death block item and I don't care about it anymore. I'm going to be running invaders a lot. There's an item I want to get out of invaders. I got to find it here. Maybe I can find it. Here, I'm going to go AFK for a sec. Let me see if I can find it. Invader tokens. This one. I want this from invaders. That's a very invader-specific weapon I want. And there's a reason I want this weapon. Oh, if I don't roll a 5 on my knock. Come on. No, roll higher on knock. Yeah. I want that Scepter of Healing, because if you read it, it's very important. Attack and damage mod is Charisma and Wisdom, not Strength or anything else. Which means you can equip that on a Cleric or a Favored Soul, and bam, you're getting full melee. Full melee, like you're some kind of melee god. Absolutely for free, because it scales off your casting stats. Which is pretty awesome in my book. I mean, not everybody would agree with me. I think it's pretty awesome, though. I mean, the idea that it just scales out of that. Plus, it gives healing, lower devotion. It's flame touched iron, so it works against demons, and it has a red slot. It's pretty sweet. I didn't get a lever. I'm burning from acid breath. Are there items that you guys know about where you're like, man, this item's like super cool, and you just kind of like it, even though it may not be the best item? I find any items that convert stats are like some of my favorite items in the entire game. Anything that just converts stats I think is super cool. Because converting stats is just a neat option. Being able to use one stat for a different thing. Give me that jeweled key. What? I didn't pull one of these levers? What the heck? Oh, I didn't pull this one. What the heck? What the heck? Problem is it takes 25 outsider tokens, so I gotta farm invaders a lot if people don't give you outsider tokens. Yep, Epic Seraphim's pretty cool. And the Purple Dragon Knight Shield, yeah. I like the Purple Dragon Knight Shield. It's a very cool looking item, and it's that 10 Charisma, 10 Constitution. Woo, baby. A lot of people like the Lantern Ring. I am impartial. I don't really care enough about the Lantern Ring.
The nearby corpses appear to be
Ooh, give me that scroll of the Black Moon. I'm ready to level up, baby. I'm not going to do it, though. Cool. Part 2. Man, is Artie Undead Pally? Whoa. Oh, anti-Undead Pally. I'm like, Artie Undead Pally. That would be cool. Could you play an Undead Paladin? Yo, be like Wizard Paladin. Go like Lich form with some Paladin abilities. So you're like a Holy Lich. Oh, that'd be cool, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, bro, that'd be amazing, bro. What? Tier 5 Cirrus Staff with a Meteoric Star, but isn't that good? Yeah. Oh my god. Undead Paladin? You could totally do that, too. Oh, that'd be so cool. It wouldn't be good, but it'd be awesome. Like, I have this idea for a wizard build. Okay, so bear with me. This is a really shitty build. Your IQ is about to decrease.
Good, do you think, or?
No, it'd be terrible. Well, if you're Warforged, it's terrible. But if you, because you're playing out a paladin, you get complete immunity to. You get immunity to energy drain effects. Pretty much all negative energy effects. You can't heal yourself anymore, which is kind of butt. It's kind of lame. But Could be good. But no. Wizard build, okay? You go wizard. Alright? It only works if you're playing a deep gnome. Okay? This build's about to get shittier. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna give you the shittiest build you ever heard in your whole life, but it has a wicked gimmick and it would look cool. Here we go. You gotta play a deep gnome because you're playing a deep gnome that is 2 levels a monk and the rest is wizard. You say, well, why would you play 2 levels a monk and the rest wizard? Well, here's the thing. 18 levels of wizard gives you lich form, and in lich form, you get to heal yourself. So you can keep your auras up and keep yourself healed, which means it makes you perfect for melee, because you see lich form applies damage on hit in melee. It gives you an extra d8 of negative energy damage on every single auto attack. Crazy, right? I know. So now let's take that d8 of damage on every single auto attack. Well, now let's mix in some flaming blades. Hook in some past life druid with the hook, give him the left hook, past life druid. And then all of a sudden, that past life druid, it seems really good because you're getting that. But you're like, oh, but is your wisdom going to be high? Heck yeah, it is. Deep gnomes get wisdom and intelligence. Intelligence is super high for all your DCs. Wisdom is super high for your melee because you get to use your wisdom to hit and damage. You're adding negative energy damage on all your attacks. When you crit, you're draining levels because you're playing a goddamn lich. And liches get bonus wisdom. So you're playing a melee undead monk wizard hybrid that murders people. Oh yeah, left hook, You gotta give him the left hook. I'm telling you guys, he's genius. Yeah, I know flame blades are bad, and I know this now because I played an entire life using exclusively flame blades, but I didn't do exclusively flame blades while also being able to add negative energy damage because I'm playing as an undead at the same time. Did you even consider that I didn't say any of those things the first time I did it? That's right. I'm about to get polar raid and I'm gonna get murdered. Like, yeah, you're right with the flame blades being garbage thing, but like I said, bear with me, right? Like, you suggesting the whole undead paladin is epic and could be actually good, but there's no way on planet Earth that the monk wizard build would work. Bosses when it's a skill instead of an enhancement. Negative energy always affects bosses. You can use necromancy spell. You can use negative energy on bosses. You just can't drain like levels and stuff like that. So it works. You just can't drain levels. Now, bear in mind, I'm not sure after I do all these lives as Warlock, I can't decide what my next life will be. I'll probably actually put it up to a vote, because I'm going to do them both, but I'll probably put up a straw poll later. But I'm going to ask you guys, what do you think would be better as a life after this Warlock? Because I'm playing this Warlock just to relax, because, man, it gets stressful playing, like, shitty characters all the time. You gotta take a break, man. What do you guys think would be better? Or more interesting? Playing as a pure Spellsinger Bard to show you guys how amazing Spellsinger Bard can really be. Or, alternatively, Nega Cleric, Divine Disciple Cleric using all negative energy spells. Picking, instead of the light spells, which are good, talking about some Holy Smite, talking about some Sunbolt, no. Screw the Sunbolt. Sunbolt's garbage spell. Holy Smite, terrible. Searing Light, garbage. No. Talking about unholy spells. We're talking about Chill Touch, Dark Energy Burst, or Negative Energy Burst, sorry. Get all those Necromancy bonuses. High Necromancy, Destruction. Can you cast Harm Spell in an AoE as a spell-like ability? You bet I can. So I think Nega Cleric could be a lot of fun. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna disappoint you. I'm just going to disappoint you. Please be aware of that. It's the same thing I say to all the women I meet. I'm gonna disappoint you. Please be aware of that. You gotta set the bar low right away. Set their expectations. I will disappoint you. That undead paladin's pretty cool. Problem is, I already got 3 paladin lives, friends, and I gotta get that completionist. Let's get this door. Oh, hey, give me some of that greens. Undead Pally would be pretty sick, though. I don't know about that. It's hard. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What What do you do in a situation like that? You have an amazing build like the Undead Paladin, but you know what? You guys, you guys are larger than me. In aggregate, you guys can do more. I'm sure one of you can go do the Undead Paladin build. I can't play all the builds, man. I mean, I can, and I probably will, but I can't play all the builds, man. Does this creak a lot when I move around? Hell yeah, it creaks a lot when I move around. I didn't know that. Stupid headset. It's like old and creaky. This headset's
I'm not
really
sure if
old.
anyone can play the build as fast as you can.
That's true. I don't do anything or sleep. So like instead of like sleeping, I'll just like play the video game. Well, not all of us can be as amazing as you, Cardboard Show. Some of us happen to be subpar, if I must say myself. Mediocre. Just good enough. Ooh, that describes me, you know. I'm at the tier of acceptable, you know. Moited. You got moited. Incoming raise. Oh really? On my like I'm looking at the audios and it looks like it's creaking. And also it makes these crazy loud creaking sounds. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta set the expectations. So like when I join a party, there's a 50-50 chance I'm either gonna be playing Warlock, and if I join your party, you're gonna be like, oh good, Strimtom's here. You know, he's doing some good stuff. Or sometimes I join your party and you're like, oh fuck. Oh, God, I got Strimtom in my party. Dude, what's his stupid build now? What? He's playing like 2 levels a monk, 6 levels a rogue, and like 12 levels a cleric. Oh man, and he's dual wielding light picks. All right. I'm out. I'm AFK. I can't do this anymore. That's pretty much what's gonna happen. Like if you end up getting to play with me, it's one of those two things happens. It's either like, oh man, Strimtom's here, it's gonna be cool. He's gonna do these cool things and do these awesome damage, or it's like, oh god damn it, I gotta carry this guy again. What the hell, man? Again. Every time. Yeah, bro, gotta have those sick dual wielding light pick build. Don't you play your sick dual wielding light pick build? But man, I'm telling you, it's just like I said. You're gonna be like, oh man, Strimtom, he's in here. What's that cool build? Oh man, he's in wolf form. Cool. So he's playing some kind of cool wolf build. Wait, why is Strimtom in wolf form, but he's not really attacking the monsters? Oh, okay. I'm sure there's some kind of reason he's not really attacking the monsters. It's probably fine, right? Like I know he's not really attacking the monsters, but whatever. Okay. Why is he like doing the cold breath? Cold breath's not really a good wolf spell. Oh well, it's probably fine. Okay, so he's using the cold breath. Oh, he's using like the wolf spells. All right, cool. He's testing out the wolf spells. All right, sounds good. Wait, why did he just pop out of wolf form and he's actually a warforged underneath? Are you serious? He's playing a warforged wolf caster druid? Yeah, I did that, by the way. And I had people in my groups that would literally be like literally they just messaged me like, oh god, why are you here? Heavy picks are good. I'm talking about light picks, bro. Yo, what's up, Titan? What can I do for you? What kind of service can I provide? Because I can provide lots of different types of services, depending on the amount of money that you are willing to spend. Actually, you can't spend money on me to get services because, you know, I don't. I'm not partnered with Twitch. I don't know how I would have to do that. I have to like write them a letter. 30 seconds, 150. Yeah, that's awesome. The Wellspring of Power? Fantastic feat. It also gives you mana as a passive. Death Nip is so good. Life of Druid that was a Warforged was going to try a wolf. Try a Swashbuckler Wolf, but they don't allow that. Yep, I want to do Swashbuckler Bear. Swashbarian. It didn't work. It's going to be Bear, Barbarian, Swashbuckler. Doesn't work. Cool. Good job, Bang. 227 points of light damage. Let's put it to good. I'm hyped. My retribution damage is going to get pretty high. But remember, it's not just about individual hits. Because my character attacks really fast thanks to single weapon fighting, I'm going to be going crazy on those things. High impact light damage. High impact. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Bam, take that off so people don't try. Oh, bears have it worse. I did entire bear life. It was the worst thing ever. I'd rather like try to gnaw off my own hands than try to play another bear build. Whoa! Are you kidding? Dude, look! I got a craftable trinket! That's a quest reward! Are you serious? Dude, look! I got a craftable trinket! This is amazing! I'm taking this. Thank you, Sal Danik. That was so worth it. That was worth it a billion times over. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'd love to see the open locks. The open lock barbarian build. So I'm going to take this opportunity to right have now, because I'm not going to be doing any more quests here. Because I'm not doing any more quests. I'm going to quickly explain, kind of how the build is supposed to work and the way it's going to work later. Because right now I'm doing a lot of the Eldritch Burst. The way it's supposed to work later, I have all of the Dwarven enhancements here for melee damage. I'm also going to be picking up Constitution to damage, so I throw your weight around. My Constitution already being fairly high. We're looking at about 36 right now. It's going to get much higher thanks to more points of Constitution out of Dwarf, more points of Constitution out of Enlightened Spirit, and higher Constitution items. So my Constitution is going to be really high. I get to add 1.5 times my Constitution to my actual melee damage, so I'm going to be hitting very hard with melee, plus generating a lot of melee power. I get 10 melee power from Ultimate Enlightenment, I get 6 melee power from Soul Eater, and I pick up some base melee damage from these core enhancements right here. Plus I get base melee damage out of the actual dwarf tree. So all of this combined is going to give me a lot of base melee damage. You're looking at almost 20 melee power, and geez, 7 or so base damage, which is pretty cool. Additionally, you get the extra light damage, so my damage is split, and woo, really, really good. Oh, the craftable trinket? Oh, the craftable trinket, I don't know, I've never seen it. That's not true. I just got a craftable trinket right now. Look at this, trinket, bound to character. I just got it from Threnal, so guess what? You can get it from Threnal. Ha! I love craftable trinkets. Craftable trinkets are great because you can put crit on them. So that's why you get spell crit on these. So highly recommend. But yeah, so that's the idea behind the build. It's going to be a melee. Of course, I'm still going to use burst in AoE situations, but in any single target, I'm hoping that the dwarven, the straight melee, the flat damage doing between 200 and 300 physical on regular attacks, looking upwards of like 700 to 1,000 on crits, plus the added light damage with something like this. It's going to be hitting a lot, doing a lot of damage. It's extremely rare. I've never seen one. Yeah, and Alacrity will work as well. So, very cool. This is a very exciting character I'm going to be trying to play. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but I don't think it'll go poorly. Ooh, I can get Spirit Blast if I want. Do I want Spirit Blast? Do I want Spirit Blast? I think I do. Or do I save points and get Displacement? Well, it doesn't matter if I save points now, so I'm just going to take Spirit Blast. Any fortune boosts? Nope, no fortune boosts. I have them, but I'm not using them right now. Yeah, Bottle of Air is very cool. I have a Bottle of Air. It was given to me by Tunnel Rhino. It's in my bank, but I have one. Really cool item. So, oh god. Alrighty, well, it's getting close to 10 here, so I think I'm going to be ending the stream. If you guys watch the stream, you're like, damn, this was a good stream. I really like this. I had a lot of fun. Guess what? You can go up here to this address here, and you can go to my own personal Twitch channel. This is where I stream, so please go there and give me a follow. If you liked what you saw. If you didn't like what you saw, that's no problem. You can just start typing your vitriol. There's also an email address right there, streamtom@gmail.com, where you can contact me. I'm part of the Players Council, and I do my best to represent the players and the players' interests. And by the players' interest, I mean mostly new players and cool shit. If you like cool shit, I'm definitely the guy that you want to start, that will politic for you. So let me know if there's any things that you want to get looked at or any bugs or anything you find interesting. I will do what I can. You can also see when I'm streaming and what I'm going to be doing on Twitter. I tweet irregularly, but always when I'm streaming. So It'll be good. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I was so tired. I've worked 54 hours in the past 4 days. I'm so tired. I can't believe I streamed with so much energy. I'm the greatest. I'm going to eat some Wonder Bar. Have a great night, everybody, and I will see you guys next week. I don't think I'm going to be able to time to stream in between then, but I might. Bye. Ooh, and I got a follow. Sick.